What the heck was that? Oh, Final Fantasy 14. I have not touched that game in years. Not really. It's.
Well, you're a thing, let's be honest.
How dare you suggest such things to me? Putting that down. Alright, let me see where the heck it did. Nope.
Alright, you should be good now.
Yep, and we got some people pouring in. What's up there, Ian? Alright, so last we left off...
Is that the spooky wizard?
The spookiest wizard? I dare say.
Oh, that is a treat, Spooky. How you doing? I saw you were streaming for On earlier, but I could not join. I was wrapping up work at the time, so I couldn't hop in.
Regrettable, though it may be.
Lark is streaming Red Dead Redemption 2. Got my brother on the stream path.
Yep, as he tries to figure out the controls of this once again, because it has... Thank you, game. I am quite certain I want to stay. But yes, we are going back for the Old West by being in the South.
Ironic since we have so many British viewers.
Indeed. Well, there's a few Brits in this game.
Yeah, Spooky, I want to get in on a stream with you soon, man. It's been too long. Spooky, I was literally just thinking today, I wish that I could have hopped into your stream today, but I just could not. I was work ran longer than I wanted it to. I had to stay later than I wanted. But dude, we will stream again. We will stream again. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It'll either be Battlefield 6, For Honor, or something, but we're gonna stream again. This is happening.
Or dare I even say Space Marine Dose?
Space Marine 2 would be awesome. Space Marine 2 would be great. I'd love to do that again. Any of those options.
Who doesn't love the Ultima Weens?
Oh, dude, the Ultima Weens. I gotta get back into the Blue Boys.
Hello.
Yeah, it's been too long, dude. It has been way too long.
Red Dead is not dead now. What?
Perhaps. An early haps, a pre-haps.
Hold on. What nonsense is this? I don't have to do anything.
Love me some Xeno deleting. It's the best kind of deleting. It's the best. If you're not doing it in Helldivers, then you're doing it in Space Marine. And here's the thing, Spooky. Correct me if I'm wrong. When you're dealing with Space Marine 2 or Helldivers, hey, fuck those Xenos. When you're dealing with Mass Effect, ooh, fuck that Xeno. Am I right, people?
It says there are two wolves inside of you. One wants to purge the Xenos. The other wants to have a thick Quarian GF. There is very little in between.
Boy, every time I play Mass Effect, you know I'm only doing it for Tali. You know, it's like as soon as I romance Tali, I'm like, I don't need to play the rest. Like, don't you want to save the galaxy? Not really. I got Tali. I'm checked out. I'm good.
Yep.
Rest of the galaxy can burn. I got Tali.
It's just like my willingness to let the Xenos live depends heavily on how attractive they are. I will not lie.
That's why. Hey, that's why. That's why when Gilliman is, whenever I see the memes with Gilliman getting with your brain, I can't fault him.
I mean, Eldar GF? Question mark?
Eldar GF? Question mark? Look. I know it can't happen.
I mean, hey, remember in old Rogue Trader lore that there was an Ultramarine who was half Eldar. That has since been retconned out to oblivion, but that did used to be a thing.
Yes, they had to retcon that away.
Yeah, they changed him into just a pure-blooded Eldar that was an advisor to the Ultramarines.
I did not know that. I didn't know they did that.
Raven got tallied up.
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. Dude, Tali was the reason I kept playing, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I recall you playing Mass Effect 3, and then it's like, alright, we did Tali's mission. I'm done.
Well, no, what's funny is, when we were in Mass Effect 2, we kept trying to romance Tali, and we kept going to see her to see, like, hey, you ready to do your romance thing? But just kept saying the same thing, like, dang it!
Gosh dang it!
Like, Tali, why are you so hard? But anyway. Alright, anything y'all need from me before I vamoose to go work on the next legend? Because I'm almost done, guys. I'm almost done with the next legend.
Almost.
Well, the problem was I was writing it the other day. I didn't like the way it was going, so I erased the whole thing, went back to rewrite it. I'm on a roll. It's almost done. I've only got a few more bits to get it done. Then I can record and edit and upload. I'm so excited to get this one out there. It's a long requested legend, the legend for Celine. Oh, I'm so excited to get this out, but it's just taking forever. So hopefully I will have it out tomorrow. That is my hope. It won't be out today. Hopefully I'll have it out tomorrow. That's my hope.
Well, whoa! I was about to leave, and then you pointed a gun at me. Why am I losing honor for he pointed a gun at me? I was defending myself. Now what I'm about to do to him will definitely lose me honor. Of course, I mean looting. There we go.
Well, anyway, if y'all need me for anything, call me if you need, or if you need me to do my rant for the night.
Yep, if they have a request that requires a rant, I shall give you a call.
If a rant is requested, let me know.
Mm-hmm. Gotta get the beats for your hot health. Wait, this man just had a full-on drum just ready to go. What were you planning? Was the rest of the band not available? Yeah, oddly enough, you don't get to go to the desert too much until you get to John. But yeah, it's just always weird. It's just like, hey, you better get out of here. Like, I just rode up to say hi. People ride up to my camp and I don't always shoot them. Sometimes I do, but I typically don't. But as soon as the gun gets whipped out at me, you're getting it. Actually, speaking of which, how's my honor doing? We're doing all right. We're on the nice side of neutral. By the end of this game, we will have high honor. I'm sure they cut the part where Arthur was supposed to be in the desert. I feel like that's probably true. I kind of wish that got it added back, like if we got like an Undead Nightmare 2 DLC. I thought that would be kind of cool. But alas, no. Lark sees KKK die. Here, Raven laughing his butt off. Yep. Man, those bounty hunters are always active when I ride through.
Hey, mister.
Gotta keep my honor up. Gotta say hello and howdy to everybody we can. Because for some reason that improves my moral standing. Oh, there are worse ways. I guess I gotta find some way that you can repeatedly improve your honor. Because it's so easy to lose it just by... Because... Rockstar knows their player base. They know we are 100% going to go on random killing sprees. Yeah, that's right. Keep riding into the train, buddy. You'll clip through eventually. Oh, I could board the train. But I'm a man on a mission. So we're going to keep going. Stagecoach. Also, another thing I need to check. Oh. How much money I got? $698. All right. But the rest of the gang, I can go buy myself a farm and be set for life. But no, we gotta figure out a way to get to Tahiti. Because Tahiti just seems so reasonable. I don't know, I think their original plan of either going out west or heading Australia was smarter. Just because I think it, like, Tahiti's a small enough island that the government there is going to figure out when a bunch of Americans just roll up. Australia, I'm convinced there's enough land there you could feasibly disappear. Alright, we're back to Strawberry. First things first, I heard a kitty. I need to take care of maintaining the horse, otherwise he's going to start losing a lot quicker. Brush again. I don't know how you get so dirty so quickly. It must be all that trail dust. Let's feed you up a little bit too. There you go. There goes my heart medication there. No. Game. Don't do it. Which way do you want me to go? You got the poor horse stun lock now. It's like, go this way. No, don't go that way. Go this way. Pick one. Stick with it. Ooh, what's this? Really? That's it? Just a welcome to Strawberry? Sorry to go ahead and close up. Hey, it's all good. It's not like there's this law that says you have to be at the stream watching it 24/7. That's just not feasible to do. Not to mention, a lot of people like to use streams and other stuff as background noise while they do other stuff, and that's personally acceptable. All right, I gotta search for the Wilton home. Enjoy the stream though, Lados, and I'll DM later tomorrow. Have a good one. Also, like, oh, thanks, Spooky. I hope you and Raven had a good time. Now I kind of want to see what Dante gets up to when Arthur isn't around. What indeed? What's this? Confront. Hey there, bud.
I didn't expect to run into no one out here.
Bet that's true.
How far a man's debts will follow him. You got some money for me, boy? I've seen your name in our ledger.
And I didn't like it one bit.
Look, I got it for you. It's just, I don't got it yet. It's up in them hills.
Panning for?
Hunting it. I tracked this cougar. It's rare. Lily white coat. The pelt to more and cover what I owe.
If I'm skinning anything, I'm skinning you, boy.
I'm out of work. It's the only way you'll get paid, and all the hard work's already done.
Fine. Move.
Might as well.
Meet our horses. It's quite a trip.
Just know, if you screw up, you die.
Come on, pal.
Let's see. We're dealing with a cougar, shotgun, and rifle.
All right, drive. Boy, let's get where we're going.
Observe as Arthur is casually threatening. He's good at that.
Drive.
I'm driving.
Make me come out here, make me chase all over this goddamn mountain.
Hey, you knew it was a risk.
I didn't know nothing. Your name's all I knew.
And yet I still somehow found you.
Fella than Mr. Strauss. He knew my work situation was precarious, that this whole thing was a risky venture.
This is what we call, kids, predatory lending.
Am I at risk now? Are you threatening me, Winton Holmes?
I don't take kindly to threats, Mr. Winton Holmes.
Got a job with limited prospects at those rates. Repayment was by no means guaranteed. I said I'd do my best, and I did.
You're continuing to annoy me.
But yes, Strauss should not be loaning to you.
Up the stream.
You trying to lose sense?
How about this then? I guarantee you pay. Because I'm going to get that money out of you. I got to squeeze you like a lemon. It's coming out.
Yeah, of course. We're onto it now, okay? We're onto it now.
And you know this how.
Cougar, mister. Sure as pumpkins ain't cauliflowers, the cash is in that cougar.
It better be. Or I'll turn you into a goddamn cauliflower.
I believe what you mean to say is give him the cauliflower ear. You're a popular man, Mr. Lark.
Ain't too far now.
10 of those Discord notifications popping off. 10 Discord notifications, Judas H. Priest.
Seen an alabaster wildcat?
Big thing about cougars is they see you, not the other way around.
They find you in the bar when you think you're with your friends, and as soon as you're alone, bam, right to you they come.
Kinds of cats. Never
Leopold is kind of a bastard. I know he brings in money, but he's still a jackass. He's a big usury guy, and the thing is,
a tar pit.
I don't really hate him. If you watch my video on Lamentations, I think what was needed, like, I wish we could have taken Strauss on one of these to, like, sort of see what he's forcing us to do and give him a chance at his own sort of repentance. But it never comes. But you also got to give it to him because he'd never sold out the gang. And all right, I'm gonna have to. This is not good. I do not have a winter outfit. I did not think. I forgot that we would be going this far up. So yeah.
We should leave the horses.
Now, if memory serves, this is kind of tough because that cougar will kill you very quickly.
Quiet now. Won't be able to miss her shining in the dark.
Do I not have a lantern?
You hear that? There's a cougar in here. And I bet she's white as virgin cotton.
Aha! Watch out for the wolves because of Khan. Right now, it's not the wolves. It's the kitties we gotta worry about. Normally I carry my sawed-off shotgun so I can use my lantern. That's not a bad idea.
Go right, and we'll see if we don't converge down a ways. And look out for her.
Yeah.
Cougars are just extra spicy kitties. You're not entirely wrong. Alright.
Holmes?
Take it you didn't win.
Quentin Holmes?
Quentin?
Don't mess around with me, boy.
You tend to find cougars at the bar, not a cave. I was saying that earlier. Yeah, sawed-off shotgun would have been a bit of a better call here. Knew someone who had a cougar. Also knew someone who had a leg fox, and someone with a pet whitetail. Interesting.
An old one.
He's not using it. Someone brought a pet cougar to a dog park. Yeah, that's a recipe for disaster. Whitetail was hit by a truck. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm surprised it hasn't jumped me yet. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. I have some lead for you. Just a baby whitetail, huh? Yep, there he is. Kitty got you good.
She got him. Crap. Damn deader.
Yep. I imagine they would probably be more okay with owning a fox than owning, well, just about any. What? I am collecting his debt. Oh, I heard. Oh, no. Got me.
Hellcat.
Whew. Where's my hat? Usually it's nothing like cougars. You gotta worry about Alstock. I see where you're going with that. Alright. Well, you paid with your life. So what are you saying? Nothing that could get me accused of anything in a court of law. That's what I'm saying.
It's white. That'll be rare.
Yes, it better be. Now I gotta get out of here. That'd be the smoothest I've ever taken out that cougar. I mean, I know I just spammed revolvers, my revolver at it, but I mean, wait, am I just going in a circle? I must have used my curiosity against me, because curiosity killed the cat, and I was hunting a big one. Let me out! Let me out! I can see the sun! Yay! And now I'm reminded that I'm cold, and... shame I can't store... Yeah.
Come on now, boy.
Yeah, shame I can't sell horses, otherwise I'd sell his too, but, well, them's the breaks. Lark is light, it burns us. It burns us, precious. Whoa, you want to sell it to just some random butcher? Excuse you? Why would I not sell it here? Or, actually, am I allowed to? Is this like a quest-specific thing, like I have to sell it to the butcher, or can I sell it to the trapper?
Yep.
Usually finding cougars in Red Dead Online is me cursing my friend for trying to keep up with it because I'm past tense. Fair enough. That'll happen a lot in Red Dead Online. Either Red Dead Online is you're just chilling, hunting, bounty hunting, doing whatever, or you are getting into the largest gunfight since, you know, the Hatfields and McCoys started blasting each other. I have multiple... Oh, you have what is it? Heterochromia? I forget what the condition is called. But it essentially translates to... You got different colored eyes. I had a science teacher... My 8th grade science teacher had different colored eyes. It was the first time I had ever, or at least recollect, seeing someone with the condition. Oh, I'm about to make the guy from Strawberry mad. I fanned out this whole town. Not because I wanted to, because Micah got me involved, but just know, I can make her unmake this town whenever I choose. Think heterochromia on steroids, multiple different colors in one. Ooh. You got them kaleidoscope eyes. According to Naruto, that means you have super powerful jutsu. Because any form of special eye means you win fights you probably shouldn't win. Extremely sensitive to light. Ah, Byakugan. Got it. What the heck? You left the air. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just trying to get the best deal and go to the trapper. And, you know, trying to, like, make something out of this pelt. But, oh no, I gotta sell to some random butcher in some backcountry hick town. Yeah, that'll get me. I'm all the way back here? You took my hat, too? Helps hide the tism. What's your carrot cake jutsu? Carrot cake jutsu. It's one of the reasons I told I should do high fashion modeling since I'm also a handsome man. Oh, why you gotta rub it in? You know, not all of us are handsome men. Some of us are considered to be quite hideous. Did not know you could fail that part. I was just trying to get the best steel. I was going to get money, and I was going to get some crafting materials out of it too. But apparently being forward-thinking is frowned upon in the 19th century. Alright, well, we'll do this again, and I'll sell to the Loon and Strawberry because, yeah.
Get out of here, horse. Your man ain't coming.
He got eaten by a cougar. I know the best deals. I should have done that when I talked about the Louisiana Purchase. I need to find some better melee weapons other than just my Bowie knife. It's good, but I need something with reach. Plague of Gripes on YouTube called Keki Genkai from Sharto Carrot Cake. And I can't think of any other word. My brother hates me for this. Oh, I see. Yeah, I know Plague of Gripes. I remember his Naruto is a hypocrite video, the self-made hypocrite video. I actually really like that video. Because I looked at that, and I know some people like tried to defend Naruto from it. I'm like, nah, Gripes has still got a point there. That, because if you look at like Naruto, what was supposed to be early on versus what it turned into, you see, yeah, no, you can't defend it. You may want to, but Naruto still has a lot of problems. I like the Bowie knife since I'm not saying I dislike the Bowie knife, but I want like because here's the thing. Look at the Bowie knife. Looks kind of silly while I'm riding my horse. When I'm off the horse, it looks great, intimidating. But that's why I need me a cavalry saber. Speaking of cavalry, for Texas in 50 states of 40K, there's a little hint there. Matter, you won't get out of the dang road. Horse is coming through.
You got some kind of problem? Hello?
Yeah, idiots too. Oh, I got a lot of fish. $38.
Dime a dozen these days.
What the heck do you mean a pure albino cougar pelt is a dime a dozen? Who is selling you albino cougar pelts? Absolute insanity. Absolute. You know what? I'm gonna get caught up on the times. Give me one of those, sir. I missed two.
I'll take a paper, please.
Thanks. Have a great day.
Okay, super big deja vu. I feel like we've been here before. Have we been here before? I think we've been here before. I have heterochromia, I have a blue eye, and I have a green eye, but lost it in a motorcycle accident back in 2022. Oh, I'm sorry I did that. I'm glad you survived, though, but oof, that's rough. Now, let's see. Stab the butcher. I have been told what to do. I dare not go against the request. You call my perfect pelt a dime a dozen, say you? There we go. And now, for my next impression, Jesse Owens. Yeah! But I stabbed him. I was happy I didn't hurt anybody in the crash. Yeah. That's good, because that's always one of the big concerns. Like, if you get into a crash and realize, okay, I'm okay, you're like, oh crap, is anybody else hurt? I remember getting rear-ended on the way to work one day, and this was years ago, but just like getting out, because the car hit me so hard it rammed me into the car in front of me. Thankfully, nobody got hurt, but I was just like a little situation of like, is everyone all right? Everyone alive? But now that butcher will no longer be able to tell me it's the dime a dozen. Also, Guts cosplay would go hard. What? Ah, perfect. Now I can pay off my debt to society for killing a butcher that was, talking out of his rear. I bet you are.
You're doing the right thing.
Perfect. Killing a man is a mere $15. Good to know. Can you imagine the bounty hunter's like, quick, he's at the rail station. Clerk comes out, sorry, you can't arrest him anymore. He paid $15. I've been thinking of getting a revolver. Any advice? Mainly self-defense and range. Revolver's not bad, but you don't have to just limit yourself to that. Revolvers are fun, though. I will say that. You also got to keep in mind, like, whatever firearm you do, just take it to the range and get good at using it. I'm by no means an expert marksman myself, but I have a pistol that I carry that I keep at home for self-defense purposes, as well as a few others. But oh, what's this? Coyotes? I need to study you before I can kill you. Get back here. I got away. Also, I need to figure out where I'm going. Yeah, probably need to head back to the great state of Lamar and hit roads. So Dutch has got a job for me, and there's a job for the Grays. Well, Dutch will be closer, but I want to go ahead and get the investigation phase out of this way. Like Forgive and Forget Some Saints Row, it's a drive-through, so you can have cops right behind you, and they just break off. There you go. But also it depends on which Saints Row game you're playing, because it varies on how aggressive and how competent they are. Because the last Saints Row game was kind of a mistake. Let's just call it what it is. All right, how's my karma doing? Still not too bad, all things considered. I just murked a man, and I'm still considered all right. You, sir.
Hey there, mister. You just... All right, easy now.
Whoa, what's going on?
Heck, ain't even worth it.
I was just trying. Okay, you know what? Sounds like someone needs to teach you some manners. Let's go for a ride. Let's go for a ride. You have clearly sinful. And we need to wash you. We need to wash them sins away. Wash. All right. How we doing? You clean now? Or do we need another go-through? I think you might need another go-through. Let's go. The real... Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Dr. Cal. Let's go. How we doing? You clean now? All right. Feeling better? I offer you a free bath, and this is how you repay me. Tell you what, seems to me you need another go-through. Let's get you some, let's put some hair on that chest. Let's clean you up. Come on now. We're going to teach you some manners. And you get to appreciate beautiful nature down there. Think of this as a form of water skiing. Or tubing, yeah, that's a more accurate comparison. Look, he's even riding the wake. Isn't that great? Look at you. Why are we being a menace right now? Did I miss something? He talked smack. All right. How are we feeling, buddy? Oh, okay. Tell you what, you need to dry off a little bit.
Someone, help!
By the way, I like your hat. It's very nice. So, I'm going to have to charge you for the bath.
This is very kind of you.
Anyway, I left you close to the water so you can get a drink. Eventually somebody will come and pick you up. You have a good day now. And remember, politeness, manners maketh the man. I have done a good deed today. Actually, wait. I wonder if I can I cut the ropes from here? Can I cut the ropes with a bullet? Let's find out. Oh no, he got out. He's fine.
Okay, fella.
But I'm curious how the sight is on this rifle. Not bad.
Idiot.
Maybe I earned the tuberculosis. Lark, no, let the man live. I'm sorry, but I had to test the rifle somehow. It was the only way I could think of that would make me happy. Maybe I am sociopathic. Not gonna confiscate the hat? That's too far out of the way. Also, it's not really worth confiscating unless, like, it knocks off and it glows, meaning I get to keep it. Otherwise, it disappears.
Hello there, mister. Mister.
See, he was nice. That's all I asked. Just a nice little mister back, and, you know, all is forgiven. All is good. But no, he had to talk smack, and I gave him a free bath. And then he shot at me. But he did help me test if my rifle was working. So, I do have to give him that. He did not die in vain. But don't worry, next guy we hog tie for being rude, I will not shoot with a sniper rifle. I will be a good, honest murderer. On online, I can believe you can borrow any hat. Yeah, I think it's a little easier with there. I forget. It's been a while since I played online. Gosh, I don't want to know what that guy has done to my camp since I've left. We got to get back to the great state of Lemoyne. Have more Lemoyne Raiders to hit with buckshot. Ooh, a new friend! Hey, Samuel. Friend!
Folk won't leave me the hell alone.
I know, right?
There.
Look at that. He hates being bothered by other people. I come up and say hello, and he just immediately is friendly.
There's some nice folks out this way.
That's so.
All the best to you.
Bye now.
Nice tip of the hat, see? Not an issue. Not a problem. I'll shoot him with a pistol. No, not saying that. Scratch his pistol off the list of things I'm going to shoot him with. Reverend... Well, yeah, someone's got to continue to beat up Micah even in hell. And by golly, it's gonna be me. No. Thankfully, there is such a thing as redemption and... Smoke? Wagon circled? Wait, no. I don't want to use the double bubble. There we go.
What the hell's wrong with you all? I hardly said a word.
Just feels like we ain't getting nowhere. It's the end of the century. It seems like we ain't much further on than we was in '65.
Gee, I wonder why that is.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe not. We can still live free. We can still Son of a bitch!
When you get to hell, you tell them the Raiders sent you knocking.
I guarantee you, it will not be you that sends me there.
No war stories.
Phone's lagging. I hate it when that happens. But took you boys out nice and clean, which means I get your stuff. It's what you get for being LARPers for 40 years. And the rest of us Southerners a bad name, and ooh, free apple. The horse will approve of these. Do what Billy Butcher did. Oh dear. Well, hi, friends. You make excellent bullet sponges, boys. I'll give you that much. But did any of you leave me any goodies? Oh, looks like we did. What haveth we here? A military officer's hat. Little rundown, but that's okay. Gotta let them Lemoyans know who took their stuff. But so yeah, this is a special hat. This hat has been added to your wardrobe and can be stored on your horse. Special hats glow when lying on the ground. So now you know. No, I'm Irish. I'm Irish, kinda. I'm a mutt. At a certain point, we're all kind of mutts, unless you're Conan O'Brien, in which case he's just pure Irish. Now, anyway, back to looting the raiders. You want Lark to hate the Irish? Can't hate the Irish too much. I'm part Irish, at least far enough. Family history is like I was saying, a mutt, because we've got origins in England, in Scotland, Ireland, France, Germany, Iberia, probably before it was called Spain, Malta, a little bit of Italian, way back, like Northern Italian. So yeah, a little bit of everything. Mostly English, though. Probably Norman English is the predominant thing, and then some Scots-Irish. Because technically, if you listen to the way my grandfather on my father's side used to tell it, we were pure Scots-Irish, which means we were probably Northern Irish. Because Scots-Irish really became a terminology, became a term when Irish Protestants did not want to be associated with the Irish Catholics, and so they coined the term Scots-Irish. But my family name can be found in England, Ireland, Scotland, and in Wales. I wouldn't be surprised if you could also find it in France, too. Talking about ancestry? Yeah, it came up, and hey there, Tempest, how you doing? Alright, let's see. How we doing on condition of guns? You're good, you're good, you're good, you're good. Alright. We still Gucci. As the people said, Ed, I think my face is a little chubby. Dude, I'm right there with you. It also didn't help that I was born via C-section, so that caused my head shape to be more rotund. But, yeah, just something I gotta deal with. Can't believe I forgot to loot you. And what is that? Is that a bolt action you're carrying? No, it's just a Warren Springfield. All right. All right, Dante. We did good. We did good, buddy. Why can't you sharpen your knife in the same boat, except mine was due to having a head cave in a few times? I don't know. My head might have been caved in a few times. I don't know how many times my parents dropped me when I was a kid. I jest, of course. Garage door and falling, but I'm glad you've recovered from your various head traumas. But now we are back in the land of cotton and turkey. I'm still upset turkey season ain't around Thanksgiving time. I got German and Jew on my dad's side, don't know anything about my mom, not too eager to find out either. Yeah, I got self-loathing on both ends. And yet, made in the image of God, my good friend. Imago Dei. I got a lopsided head, now I keep my hair long. Hey, do whatever you do. At least you got that option. My hair's in full retreat. Eventually it's going to get to the point I'm just going to go chrome dome.
Hey, partner.
You like my hat? I stole it off of a guy who tried to kill me.
Hey, huh?
Ideal.
Well, enjoy.
Be seeing you.
He's a friendly fella, and he's probably a man on a mission. Best not get too hasty. Whoop. How we doing, fellas?
Hey there. Hey there. You. Howdy.
I think they're yelling at the other guy, so I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt there. My great grandfather fought in World War II. He was German. Was he fighting for the Germans, or was he a German fighting for like the States or something? I mean, I'm not gonna cast judgment on you specifically, because you know, you had some people that were forced into fight, some people that fought had different thoughts about what was going on and all that jazz. I shan't shame a man for his ancestors. Or a woman for her ancestors, either. Actually, before we go any further, since we got so much funds, let's quit. Yeah, I probably deserve that. Dante, when you figure out how to be a horse again, I'll come back to you. But I'm going to go take a visit by the old gunsmith. Is that the state flag for La Moya? Yep. And
I'm suspicious about the new faces in town. Rhodes is welcoming to be sure, but we can't just let old types have their way.
yeah, you would know about that. We're gonna come back and visit this guy again. You'll see what I mean. You'll see what I mean. He was drafted. He was off the Mayflower and an immigrant. He was drafted. Drafted. Well, when you're drafted, there's not much you can do about that. Got a Schofield. I already have the volcanic pistol. It does say I've owned it, right? Why doesn't it say I owned? I own one of these. I'm pretty sure I own one. I've used one. Litchfield repeater still not available. Bummer. Springfield. Bummer. Bolt action not available. Rolling block not available. Sawed-off shotgun. Already have one. Pump action, have one. Semi-auto and repeating, not available. Oh, that's just... Now, I mean, business. Change my mind? I bought good stuff from you. Have you straightened yourself out yet?
What?
How Dante's acting surprising, like how they act in IRL, they were so derpy. I saw this as a trained vet tech. They can think and plan, but they ain't gonna do that. I suppose you gotta allow a little bit of derpiness in your animals. Good point. Particularly seeing that with like sheeps and goats, like they will do some stuff to get themselves in all kinds of crazy scenarios, and you're like, how? Why would you do that? Someone's firing off shots. Oh, just a family feud.
What was that? Who the hell are you, boy?
Oh, howdy.
I was just passing through. Don't mean to intrude on your politics. We're gonna catch all kinds of hell from the sheriff over this.
Well,
This feud's getting worse, not better. We need to settle this soon, once and for all.
all right, let's go ahead and take a look at the old plantation. So I got to be on my best behavior. Horses and such are too domesticated and lost all survivor instinct. Fascinating. Kind of like a lot of dog breeds. Yeah, this is a pretty nice plantation home, French style.
This here the Gray Plantation.
Yep. Gallagher Hall. And that's as close as you're getting to it.
Hey, look, I've been helping the sheriff with some trouble. Wanted me to have a word with a few of the folks on the property here.
Emmett Lee. All right. Have a word. But I ain't got the time to help you.
Didn't ask for your help. And cool it. It'll be the last time you point that gun at me. But I'm going to let you live on the count of the fact I like your mustache. Yep, colonial style for the most part. Aside for that little exit right here. French, it reminds me of like Stony Rock Castle, I think was the name of the plantation. That was allegedly cursed. Got pretty big. Imagine largely running off of sharecropping. If you could make a game, what would it be? No storyline, just gameplay. There are a lot of games I would like to make. Like a Battlefield Warhammer 40K, I think would be fun. Maybe something along the lines of like Battlefront. I would also very much like a game. Now this would be an offshoot. Like, but hear me out. Think about something that's sort of like a survival / city management where you control like an explorer or conquistador or maybe an Indian guide in like the early days of colonization, and you basically set up your own colony, but you have to go out, like hunt, survive, train militia, do all that. I think that'd be kind of fun to do. I'd like something like that. It was a big surprise for Marine dad myself, also a Jarhead. Jarhead, hey! My granddad got draft papers for Korea the day he signed up for the Army Airborne. He called up his recruiter saying, I don't want to be a Marine, and the recruiter got things settled. Marine didn't want to be a Marine and then had kids that were Marines. How about that? All right, so plantation looks pretty standard, at least as for terms of the large scale ones. Let me see what they're growing. I like realistic healing, and it could work. Okay, let's see. Looks like tobacco plants. Grow on that good tobacco. Surprised they aren't growing cotton. That would still be very lucrative, and I don't think this is the time of the boll weevil crisis. Going back in. Guess I gotta talk to this dude. Or not.
Hey, I was hoping you'd talk a moment. I'm a student of the history of the region, and
I ain't the one to speak to. Try Master Bo. Think he's down there by the wood store. Boy's got all the time in the world.
Bo, must be one of the planters' kids. Is that a job? Tobacco? That wacky tobacco? Not that kind of wacky tobacco, but just the good old-fashioned tobacco. Not the Cuban kind, mind you, but hope they don't mind me tearing up the hedges. Ah, here's our Romeo. Howdy, Pilgrim.
huh? I'll see you at the sheriff's office.
Excuse me, friend.
We friends?
Not yet, but he is hoping.
I guess.
All right.
We don't get a lot of traveling men here. And suddenly, there's a whole phalanx of mysterious but strangely helpful Yankees.
Never signed up for the Greeks army there. What you tell them about?
For work?
Well, looking for something. Don't worry, your secret's safe with me.
What secret?
I got a secret of my own.
I don't need to know.
Excuse me?
Never mind.
Thing is, I don't care if you kill the whole lot of us and the Braithwaites.
I don't want to kill anyone.
I love her.
Unless it's funny.
Who?
Penelope.
Why are you telling me this?
Love tends to be complicated.
She's a Braithwaite. I'm Bo Gray, son of Tavish Gray, nephew of Lee Gray, the sheriff, grandson of old Murdo Gray. We Grays have been loyal to the state and murderers to the Braithwaites for so long now, no one can even quite explain why.
Definitely Romeo and Juliet here.
And stupidity.
Boy, do I sound like a Yankee.
Into some nonsense while she's amazing. She's like a woman from the future. She's like tomorrow, if tomorrow turns out fine.
Well, I'm sorry for your predicament.
Would you help?
I
No.
don't want to get involved in gang feuds.
I got enough of my own.
I'll pay.
Okay, I'm interested.
Grays, we've always got money. No brains mind for money.
Well, in that case,
I know she loves to sit out in the gazebo on the edge of the Braithwaite property. Take her this letter and this bracelet, please.
Fine.
Look out for their guards. They're worse for strangers than ours are. Good luck.
Gotta love Arthur and John get to play the straight man to absolutely crazy folk all the time. He's not crazy. He's just a lovesick puppy.
hey, boy.
Well, I will give him this. He has a better head on his shoulders than Romeo did. And Miss Braithwaite actually has a better head on her shoulders than Juliet did. My order to deliver mail? Okay, sure thing. Being honest, Arthur sounds like he's from the South. Yeah, and that's the thing. And because keep in mind, the voice actor for him is Irish. And a lot of times when you have people from the British Isles, when they have to, you have to default to an American accent. They typically go for a more of a Southern style accent. Some are skilled and they can just drop their accent altogether and get more of a Midwest, kind of just neutral American accent. But when you're going for a Western, particularly, you want a bit of an accent going on. So that Southern style accent is typically the more of the go-to. Wasn't Romeo a 20-year-old man like Juliet 13? I don't think the age difference was that big, because I think Romeo was a little younger. I think Juliet was like 14. No, Juliet was 15, I'm pretty sure. The age discrepancy wasn't that bad, and besides, they were going to marry Juliet off to Paris, who was like only a few years younger than Juliet's father. So, there's that. Hugh Laurie is British and he can drop his accent perfectly. But not all British actors are as good as Hugh Laurie. And even then, he commented on like doing the American accent. He said, like, I always felt like I was like off, like everyone was like walking just fine, but I had a pebble in my shoe. And now I have to get nice and low. Fortunately, can't kill anybody, otherwise that'll leave a trail. And besides, if they... Yeah. Oh, shoot.
You can't be here, plantation workers only.
I'm sorry, I didn't know. He was kind of reasonable, actually. He was like, hey, you're an intruder, you have to leave. He could have been far... I don't know what the gray guy was talking about. He was actually kind of civil. Just saying, like, hey, you need to leave. If you come back, I will assume you're spying. That's probably the most reasonable guard I've seen in this game. I'm going to do what I can not to kill him. Watched lots of Irish TV as a kid. But I do... Oh, a lot of us can do the old Irish accent. I actually find it's easier than do a lot of the other accents of the British Isles. But yeah, there's a lot of Irish accents, but particularly watch like old cop shows. There's always like that one old Irish cop. They'll never see me coming. My brother reckons the Southern accent is a truer form of English to 16th century England. That's why Shakespeare sounds better in a Southern accent. Initially, because a lot of Southern accents can be told like almost an English accent, but almost slower and more drawn out. And the more neutral, plain American accent is often considered to be a more natural adaptation of English, because a lot of the more posh British accents you hear, it comes from King George III or around that time, as the nobility was trying to sound more sophisticated and elite. And that's when they started to develop that heavy enunciations and all that. And so, but yes, you are correct. There are some people that say they prefer to hear Shakespeare in an American accent because it is actually more true to what it is. But then again, I'm weird when it comes to Shakespeare. Like, I get irritated when it's adapted like halfway. Like Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet irritates the snot out of me, because you modernized everything but the language, and now I'm watching a giant anachronism. Sorry, that was just brought up to my attention recently, and it still chafes at me. Hey, broken on the property. You have no reason to trust me, but I have something from your boyfriend.
Are you Penelope Braithwaite?
Well, yes, I am.
I've got a letter for you. And...
It says we've been trying to reach you about your carriage's extended warranty.
Well, we don't even know each other.
well, it's not from me. It's from
Bo. Oh, he is so...
Strange?
Yes, he's a little strange, but also so human.
Because no one else here is human.
Stuck in the dark ages.
I like Sean. I tolerate Sean.
But if they find
I
out,
despise old English with a passion. Oh, you mean like old English? Like where they're calling like Schwertboen?
Have you ever been to Ohio, sir?
No.
Well,
I hope I want to live.
my uncle has a factory there. He was sort of the black sheep on account of having left. But now they tolerate him because he's a vicious snob.
That's great.
Families are there's something else. You got a family, sir?
No, not really.
Wife died, so did my son.
Money. But me, with my ideas above my station, they can't stand.
That sounds pretty complicated. I don't know quite what to say.
Well, nothing to say, except I hope they all rot.
You know, maybe you should do something more than just wish death upon your loved ones. You and your boyfriend both.
If you see Bo again, will you give this to him?
Sure.
Hey, Lark, how you even doing? We're doing all right. Who's one Marvel or DC character did y'all like growing up? Just one? Well, when it came to, say, Marvel, we were big fans of Spider-Man. Like, the first superhero film I recall us watching in theaters was Spider-Man. And we love Spider-Man. We love Spider-Man 1. We love Spider-Man 2. I think we enjoyed Spider-Man 3 well enough. We acknowledge it isn't good, but we enjoyed it. So, yeah, definitely Spider-Man was kind of one of our favorites. As kids, DC, Batman was definitely one of our favorites. We loved Batman the Animated Series. We loved The Batman when it came out. We were nuts about Teen Titans. Like, we kept watching Teen Titans on Cartoon Network like a religious. So, Robin, Beast Boy, Cyborg, Raven, Starfire, all of us. In fact, I would go so far as, and Raven will probably agree with me on this, that we were more DC kids than we were Marvel kids. Not that we had any disrespect for Marvel, at least Marvel back then. But, yeah, I really didn't get big into Marvel outside of Spider-Man until, like, when, like, the Iron Man movie came out. When Iron Man came out, I was like, okay, this is a really good movie, and I like it. And I liked direction, because I enjoyed pretty much all of Phase 1 of the MCU. Static Shock outside. Yeah, Static Shock, I forget, like, how, like, he's connected. Yeah, no, Static Shock is connected with DC, albeit loosely at times, but yeah, I enjoyed Static Shock. Have some sugar, my boy. Oh, it's a bovine. Alright, so let's see what's on the docket now. So now I've been to Braithwaite Manor. So I could go back here and do something for Bo. Molly needs something? That's a little concerning. You know, Dutch is probably waiting on me. I'm gonna go help out Dutch. Outside Marvel DC is Hellboy. Yeah, I never got into Hellboy. I saw the movie. I thought it was good. I just I just never got into it. And now we're looking at cotton plants. I hear some piggies. Oh, snake. A snake? Stop it. Man, the 2000s shaped my taste and a healthy dose of mommy issues. You're talking about, like, looking at some of the super heroine from, like, the Justice League? Because they could get it. And Thorn from Witch Ghost, that sure got me away. I don't think I'm familiar with that one. If I am, that's buried deep. I like Punisher and Spider-Man from Marvel or DC. I wasn't a big fan of DC, but I like Superboy from Young Justice. Superboy from Young Justice was okay. I liked the concept of Young Justice because I enjoyed season 1. But I will say I stopped like first episode of season 2. Like they had this huge time jump, and now we got all these new characters that were just like, yeah, you just gotta accept them now. It's like too much, too quick. All right, Dutch, what you need from me?
Of course, of course. Oh, and here is my dear friend Arthur Callahan.
How we doing? Bill fits in too well with that wheat stalk sticking out of his mouth.
I'm so sorry, Sheriff.
Well, how are you doing, sir?
I'm fine.
Tough business you boys had.
We did?
Well, there's no need to pretend with me, sir. Life can be tough.
So it can.
And no man owes another anything.
No, sir.
But still,
Clearly not sobriety.
You were hard done by. Losing your employment like that. But still, here in Rhodes, we have work enough for honest men.
Oh, that's some strong stuff. Still, don't seem to be doing you any harm, I guess.
Exactly. Oh, excuse me a moment.
Easy there. Well, Sheriff's the town drunk too.
Up in this world, deputies. You have finally lost your mind. Amongst these drunkards, hillbillies, and slavers? good, honest...
Not slavers anymore. They got rid of that in 65.
...fertilizers in a place like this. Oh, Sheriff Gray, you are back.
Now listen, sir. There is shine in them woods, though, and it is costing this county its good name, and the state a whole lot of income. You boys wouldn't mind rooting it out. Maybe we'll make you permanent. I gotta sit me down.
Not a problem, sir. Not a problem at all. You are in
It's not an
safe
atoll.
hands now.
That's good Bayou moonshine. Yep.
Temperance movement. Liquor never dulled a good man's senses.
Uh,
Ride with the deputy. Bill and I will follow.
Before you do that, where's my horse? Just gonna get me some goods. I guess I don't get to carry any extra weapons. Alright, fine.
We need to get moving.
Archibald,
How are you?
pretty good.
And your friend?
What did Johnny Bravo say? My mama always told me about women like you. I was hoping she was right. Yes, he did say that. Because he had it down bad. Those Hex girls definitely did put a spell on it. Yes, they did.
Early deputized citizen of Scarlet Meadows County.
Yep, the Hex girls. That, particularly the lead singer, that awakened a lot of young boys to go like, wait a minute, you know, girls aren't so bad, perhaps.
Mind you, there's a chain of command here.
But yes, Raven can confirm that.
Confirm what?
The Hex girls, they awakened a lot of young men to a lot of stuff, huh?
Oh, for sure. For sure.
And they were asking us about, like, DC, our favorite Marvel and DC characters growing up.
Oh, well, I wasn't as mean.
You were a big help with that.
I wasn't. We didn't watch as much Marvel as we did DC. Like the only Marvel character we really knew a lot about was Spider-Man. That was what we kind of grew up on, especially the Sam Raimi stuff. But growing up, our favorite DC heroes are definitely Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, characters like them. You know, they were the ones we grew up on, so they were our favorites. Spider-Man was awesome, but to be honest, when we were kids, we didn't know the difference between Marvel and DC. We just assumed that they were all kind of comic book characters and they all kind of existed in the same universe until we learned they were different.
Now they're dealing in moonshine.
Yep.
So,
We found their stills
Well,
hidden
Wonder Woman and She-Hulk were amazing. Definitely Wonder Woman. That checks out. The way she flirted with Batman.
yeah, like, well, let's be real. The way I look at it, if you're looking at Batman the Animated Series or any Batman product without the Justice League, Selena Kyle all day, every day. But if it's Justice League,
interest in thoroughbred horses
like,
to maintain.
Wonder Woman and Batman is a match made in heaven, especially in Justice League Unlimited.
But, I mean, look, I also remember that one Justice League episode where they get turned into kids. And it just, like, they kept clowning on Superman for not being able to see that Wonder Woman had a thing. Yeah, it's just like, man, for a guy with, like, 8 different kinds of visions, you are blind. What? What?
Well, here's the thing. People like to pair Wonder Woman with Superman, and I always go, shut up. Why do you pair them? They have no chemistry.
Lois Lane is Superman's thing. You just gotta accept that. That's just how it is.
Wonder Woman didn't have anything on Hawk Girl? Oh, no.
Hawk Girl,
She didn't have anything on Hawk Girl except screen time.
there is that. However, she did get Green Lantern, so hey.
Yeah, Clark has Lois. You can't separate Superman and Lois Lane.
I mean, you can, but that's how we got Unjustice.
Well, no, what I mean is this. With Superman, he's got Lois. That is a clear girlfriend. That is a clear relationship. Batman, he's kind of up in the air. Selena Kyle sometimes, Vicky Vale sometimes, Wonder Woman sometimes. Like, you don't know who Batman's actually gunning for, so you've got a little bit more freedom to play with his love life. With Superman, Lois. It's Lois, for God's sake. Also, we agree that MJ was the worst love interest for Peter. No, I will not agree with that, because the original MJ was the best. What they've done to her is terrible. What they have done to MJ in the recent comics has ruined her. But what she was originally supposed to be, what she was originally meant to be when Stan Lee made her, that was the best relationship. And they have never done Mary Jane right since Stan Lee.
Yeah, I've run into them.
Let's see if we've got any identification.
And I will die on that hill. MJ was the perfect girlfriend for Spider-Man until they took control away from Stan Lee.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment, because if you look at like the OG one, like she was a party girl but had a good head on her shoulders, and then they just turned her into Lois Lane.
Well, what they did was this. What they did, they wanted to avoid the hot chick trope. They didn't want to lean into her attractiveness or her party girl attitude. They wanted to make her the can-do, you-go girl kind of girl.
Which is why they made her a freaking journalist.
Well, think about what she originally was. Remember what Stan Lee said. Originally, Peter's girlfriend was Gwen Stacy. The problem with Gwen, though, is Stan Lee admitted it, she was kind of boring. She was too perfect. She's like the preacher's daughter. She's going to know Peter's identity. She's always going to trust him. Doesn't matter what trouble he's in, she'll always make sacrifices for him. There was no selfishness with her. There was no struggle or character growth with her. She was already the perfect love interest. No growth necessary. No drama could exist. So they tried to artificially create drama with Mary Jane. Because Gwen was asked to the dance by Flash Thompson. Or was it Harry Osborn? I forget. Whatever the case, she was invited by someone else. Peter needed someone last minute. Aunt May had already asked Mary Jane. He'd never met her. She shows up at the door, and she's an absolute knockout. And she knows she's a knockout. And her famous first words, "Face it, Tiger, you hit the jackpot." What these words did was they cemented who Mary Jane was. She was a hot girl, absolutely awesome, knew what she was, had confidence in herself, and knew that Peter was way beneath her league. But she still went with him because deep down, she's got a nice heart. So she goes to the dance with him. Gwen sees this and does get a little jealous, which is what Stan wanted. But here was the kicker. People liked Mary Jane more than Gwen because they saw danger. She was a femme fatale in action, which a lot of people really liked. And so Stan Lee realized Mary Jane is a better love interest because we can do things with her. So they tested the waters a little bit and found, based on audience discussion, Gwen had to go. So they did the most dangerous thing you can do in comics at that time, and they killed off Gwen. So you got to realize at this point in time, you didn't kill off main characters. You could kill a side character. You could kill a parent like with Batman. You could not kill a main character. But they did. In the panel, they had Gwen Stacy die. They did this for two reasons. One, to push Mary Jane and Peter together. But two, also to cement Peter as a tragic hero. He loses people, and that made him more mature and relatable to audiences who also lose people. Mary Jane then slowly became the love interest of Peter. Now, what happened to Mary Jane? Depending on who you asked, two different stories. The creators at Marvel wanted to keep pushing her and Peter down this dynamic railroad of will they, won't they. Sometimes Mary Jane veers away from the Spider-Man thing. Sometimes Spider-Man veers away from Mary Jane. Will they, won't they? They break up, they get back together, they break up, they get back together. It's a Taylor Swift song in the making. But what Stan Lee wanted, there would be drama, but in the end they would get married and have a kid. That was his goal. That was what he wanted for the two. Because, as he said famously, they're my favorite pair. They're my favorite pair that I've ever written. Because the two work super well off of each other. Mary Jane is a confident, strong, beautiful woman. In fact, she was the breadwinner for the two. When they got married, Mary Jane ran a nightclub where a lot of the criminals of the city went to, and she got information to give to Spider-Man so that he could fight crime, and made the most money so that they could support the family. There was even a whole arc where Spider-Man felt guilty about the fact that she was making more money and thought about hanging up the suit so that he could go out and be an actual breadwinner because he felt like he wasn't contributing enough. Mary Jane had to talk him down and say, hey, you shouldn't give it up because it's who you are. But then there was another arc where Mary Jane is thinking about having a child. And she thinks Spider-Man can't be a good father. You may need to hang up the suit to be a good father for our child. And Peter thinks about it, but decides, I can't do that because what can I tell my child? I'm going to let you grow up in a dangerous world because I choose to be at home for you rather than out there protecting you. There was good drama. There was good back and forth between the two. It worked really, really well. But that required Mary Jane to be dangerous. She is a femme fatale. She is a boss. She is a woman with a lot to her, but she complements Peter very well. So what did they do in the Insomniac game? They ruined her. They turned her into a girl next door kind of look, a can-do journalist seeking the truth. What they do with every female main character that connects with a superhero. It's what you have Lois Lane for. It's what April O'Neil is. It's what that girl was, Sam from Danny Phantom. Every single superhero now, they've got to make the main character a can-do attitude girl next door who always looks for the truth. Usually through journalism, and it's so freaking annoying because it's basically a way to basically say, hey, look, this girl can be involved with the hero without actually being a hero because she's seeking the truth, and that complements the hero. No, it doesn't. It actually makes you look lazy and like you're trying to artificially make the girl cool when you could have made Mary Jane what she was. You could have gone the actor route because Mary Jane was an actress. You could go the nightclub route because Mary Jane was a nightclub owner. You could go either route you wanted. But the goal of Mary Jane was she was a femme fatale instead of this dopey-looking whoever she is. So they ruined Mary Jane, even in the first game. Now here's the thing. I liked the Insomniac first game. The first Spider-Man game I actually liked. I thought it was a fun game. I didn't like how they handled Mary Jane, but I thought it was a good game. The second game, F that game, respectfully. F that game. God, it's so terrible. It's so terrible what they did to her. Not only in look, I know a lot of people get on the look thing because of her chin, and don't get me wrong. I get it. It looks awful. She looks terrible. But that's not my issue. That's not the bigger issue. The bigger issue is that whole game existed to F Peter Parker in the ass and put Miles Morales in his place, and I will never forgive him for that. I will never forgive him for that. Peter Parker was my childhood superhero. Because the line with great power comes great responsibility may be a tired and worn down trope, but it's where I first learned it, and it's what Peter embodies. And throughout the game, it shits on Peter for taking responsibility. It shits on Peter for making decisions. It shits on Peter for trying to do the right thing. And Peter doesn't even try to take any autonomy and say, hey guys, I'm trying here. No, he always accepts, yeah, I'm a loser. I wasn't there for you, Mary Jane. I was an awful boyfriend. Oh, Miles, you're so much better than me. Literally, he says in the game, why would this city need me when it has a Spider-Man like you? And the game ends, and yeah, they can all say, oh no, he'll come back. No, they ended the game with him passing the torch to Miles. F you and everything you stand for, Spider-Man 2. That was a shit story and a shit game. No, I'm not even kidding with this. You had one of Spider-Man's biggest enemies, Venom, not get the final blow from Peter Parker, but get the final blow from Miles fucking Morales. Yes, they used Peter Darker to get the final blow. I'm sorry, that's a middle finger to Spider-Man. Because Miles Morales, look, if you like Miles Morales, fine, I can accept that. I can accept you like Miles Morales. I can accept that. You can like him. That's fine. You're free to like him. As far as I'm concerned, he stole everything good from Peter Parker, added to himself, and pushed Peter out of the way. And for what reason? Because we wanted to make a black Spider-Man. There's no other reason.
Yep.
There's no other reason. You can't tell me there's a good reason. He has no good story. His origin is basically Peter's, but with a few slight changes. What? Literally, here's what I find so funny. Everyone praises the end of the Spider-Verse series. All I can say is you're literally making fun of the Spider-Man trope and asking us to take it seriously. Like the whole plot point that every Spider-Man father figure has to die, otherwise the whole Spider-Verse falls apart. That's so stupid to me. And by the way, can I just say this? When Miles says that he doesn't want to do that and looks to Peter, and Peter says, look, dude, I get it, but you know, Uncle Ben sacrificed. No. I know Peter Parker. If you told Peter Parker, hey, we could bring back Uncle Ben, he would say yes in a heartbeat. Want to know why? Because Peter loves his family. Peter loves his family. He would not tell someone, yeah, willingly let your dad die. He would never say that. But they had him say it. But Yeah, I've been going on for a while.
No. It's good. I'm enjoying it.
Here's look. I get mad about a lot of things. And some people say that I take stuff way too seriously. But for me, people have told me that I shouldn't take the Peter Parker thing too seriously. But really, let me get down to this. Peter Parker was more of a hero to me than Batman for a while. Not because I don't like Batman. I love Batman. But Stan Lee said it himself. Actually, you know what? No, I can do this. I can do this. A lot of people try to say, "Why are you upset about Miles being Peter?" Stan Lee said anyone could be in the mask. Anyone could wear the mask. Here's my response to that argument. Stan Lee was not saying that anyone could be Spider-Man. He was saying Spider-Man was meant to be someone we could all relate to. Peter Parker represents the average comic book viewer. He's a young man, usually high school or college age. He's heterosexual, he loves women. He wants to do right. He cares about his family. He faces a lot of difficulty. Life shits on him constantly, but he has to keep going forward. We can all see ourselves in Peter.
Would you like us to?
We can see ourselves in Peter because we know what it's like to struggle, to fight, to work, to have things pulled out from under us, to lose family, to lose friends, to keep going anyway, to have expectations thrown on us and still not be able to meet them, and yet we're still expected to keep going. That is harrowing. But Peter represented the fact that with great power comes great responsibility, and that's why I love the line in I Love Peter Parker. Miles Morales was not created to emphasize that mantra. He was not created to emphasize the ideology of Peter Parker. He was created because the directors and writers wanted to make a black Spider-Man.
Are like geniuses.
And to add on to it, they decided to give him more powers. I used to think that his electric powers were the suit. No, it's his own power. It's part of his own mutation. And like, what the F? You know what you could have done instead? Static Shock. He would have been cool. I would have loved a game series about Static Shock. Do it. Insomniac. Get the rights to Static Shock. Do a game about Static. I would play the F out of that game. That would be so much fun. But no, you take Miles Morales, a character that I guarantee you most comic book fans couldn't give less than an F about unless they like identity politics, and said, let's fuck Peter Parker in the ass and put him in his place. Because who cares about Peter Parker? In fact, we're going to F Peter Parker so hard, we're going to make him regret being Spider-Man, have him be cucked by his own girlfriend, and then say, why would I want to be Spider-Man when they have people like you?
What do you mean? Young.
If you like the gameplay of Spider-Man 2, great. If you like the art of Spider-Man 2, great. If you like the side quests and the main quests and the characters and the voice acting of Spider-Man 2, great. If you like the story, you fascinate me, but I can't agree with you. And no, it's not because I'm racist. A lot of people say, you don't like Miles Morales, you're racist. I love Static Shock. My favorite Green Lantern is John Stewart. I love Storm from the X-Men. Blade is the coolest damn vampire hunter out there aside from Alucard from Hellsing, and I will die on that hill. I have no problem with black superheroes. I have no problem with Asian or Hispanic superheroes. They are not the problem. The problem is all of those characters have stories that emphasize who they are and their ideologies. Miles was created specifically to be a black Spider-Man and nothing more. He doesn't have his own villains. He doesn't have his own art. He doesn't have his own story. He stole all those things from Peter Parker, and I'm expected to like it. We started with the talk about Mary Jane.
Yeah, I mean, no, it was good. We were talking about comic book characters and everything, and I for one agree with your sentiment on Miles Morales.
Well, on the Mary Jane thing, to bring things back.
Back to Mary Jane.
What I really wanted was Mary Jane to be treated like the girl she was meant to be. Mary Jane was meant to complement Peter, not control Peter. Mary Jane was meant to be Peter's girlfriend, not his guilt trip. In the first game, Peter felt guilty about how he and MJ broke up. And the whole idea that they broke up over, we broke up because you keep coddling me, you keep babying me like I'm made of glass, and I want to be your partner in fighting crime. I'm like, to quote Russian Badger, I'm sorry, MJ, but I forgot the part where you have no effing powers.
Stay in your lane.
What are you going to do when the big baddies find you and catch you? Don't worry, the game will fix that. You know what I love about Insomniac? Literally, people complained that they didn't like the Miles or MJ missions because they were basically stealth missions where nothing mattered. Like, it wasn't a big deal and it distracted from playing as Spider-Man. And they said, yeah, we saw that, but we wanted to add, but we love MJ, so we're going to add more of her anyway. That is such an example of, we hear what you're saying, we understand your criticism, but we literally don't care. So we're going to do what we want anyway. Do you know what we call that? We call that a recipe for disaster.
Well, you'll know that better than anything.
Yeah, I know what you said, but I'm going to ignore it because it's not what I want to do. Are you serious?
I'm going to say you're like a son.
And so they added more MJ missions. Oh, but don't worry, she has a stun gun now and is able to take on highly trained assassins and killers with a effing taser gun. Sure, okay. Right.
Why not?
So, yeah. They screwed up that game so horribly. And ever since, anytime I see Mary Jane, I feel like they just ruin her. Because they want to lean on the, oh, she's a reporter. Mary Jane was never a reporter in any single comic or book or movie I've seen about Spider-Man. She was meant, here's the funny thing. I think that even Sam Raimi got Mary Jane wrong. But at least he was closer to what Mary Jane was supposed to be. Mary Jane in the Sam Raimi movies was a struggling actress and singer who wanted to get into the big leagues, and she had a heart of gold and really cared about Peter and Harry, and, there was all that nonsense. And yeah, I'm not going to lie, it wasn't as good as the comics, but at least they were going the right direction. At least she was trying to become an actress, which is exactly what Mary Jane started out trying to be in the comics. But even Angry Joe was pissed about it, telling I double down on MJ missions. Yeah. But then again, I don't really listen to Angry Joe anymore. But
yep.
But
gosh, I haven't watched one of his videos since XCOM 2 came out. So yeah, it's been a minute.
Jon Stewart isn't a black Green Lantern. He's a superhero that happens to be black. Well, you're missing my point, Calibrations. You're missing my point. The point is, when I say that I don't like Miles Morales, people run to the defense of because he's black. The black quality is not what I dislike. It's that he was created purely to be a black Spider-Man and not be his own character. And as for F you to Stan Lee, here's the thing. Marvel asked Stan Lee, hey, can we tell other stories about Spider-Man apart from you? And Stan Lee said, yes, but there are a few rules you have to follow. Number 1, he has to be male. Number 2, he has to be white. Number 3, he has to be heterosexual. Number 4, he has to be Christian. You cannot break these rules. And they got pissed. And so they said, fine, well then we won't tell stories about Peter. We'll tell stories about a new Spider-Man, and made Miles. Miles technically isn't Peter, except he is.
Oh no, here's responding to something else.
Oh, okay. We're cool.
Miles losing his spider powers would actually be a pretty cool concept. Like, have we ever had a Spider-Man related character lose their powers and it stick? Yeah, because Spider-Man lost his powers in Spider-Man 2, but he got them back, and that never really was explained.
They never explained what it was. I understand what they were trying to do. They were trying to play it up as Peter was losing confidence in himself and losing confidence in his ability to be Spider-Man. Because he wanted to live his own life. He wanted to let go of the powers because it was getting in the way of him being happy. And so the powers are just going away because he didn't want it anymore. I don't know. It was never a good explanation.
I guess it was a psychological thing.
I guess. But anyway, I've rambled enough.
Not enough, actually.
Well, I'll let you keep going. If y'all want any more rambles from me, let me know.
God of War now. Wow. Miles was made for brownie points, essentially. Something mental block. The reason I don't glaze Spider-Man 2 that much. I mean, I love Doc Ock, and I love a lot of the scenes in that, but I have never been a big fan of the whole idea of, like, oh, the superhero lost his powers or society, like, when it's poorly explained. Yep, it's just kind of like the will they, won't they, of like, oh, the main character from the last movie broke up with his wife or girlfriend, but she's still in this movie. I wonder if they'll get back together. Yes, we know.
On the note of losing powers, it's just weak writing for superheroes. If you want to have a bit where a superhero loses his powers temporarily, create a good reason for it, or have a obvious rationale behind it. Mm-hmm. But just saying, oh, now he doesn't have his powers, that's weak.
Weak sauce. Yes, I'm here to see Spider-Man, not Nerd Guy. Hey, Raven and Lark, is it possible that Rome destroyed Carthage to shut Cato up? I mean,
it's part of it.
Cato was actually quite a popular politician, so it wasn't so much to shut up Cato. It was more of like, they were like, Cato's got himself a point. But him no longer ending every speech with Carthago de la Indias is probably considered a bust.
Before I go, I want to address what Rain just said. Honestly, now that I think of it, MJ is like Peter's warm bath at the end of a hard day. Rain, not only are you right, that's kind of what girlfriend-wife relationships are to men. Again, like I said, Peter was meant to be relatable to the audience. And Stan Lee, for all his faults, believed in the dynamic of the classic Family Matter. The way it worked was a man goes out and he works, risks his neck, risks his health, does his hardest to take care of his family. Comes home. The wife is taking care of the home and taking care of family matters, and she's there to support him and make him feel loved, and he, in turn, loves her and gives her a life and living situation that will make her comfortable. So yes, MJ in many ways was Peter's bed to fall into. The bath he could get clean in at the end of the day. Mary Jane was his comfort to come home to. And the reason why is because Stan Lee believed that's the way a truly healthy relationship works. The man gives the wife or girlfriend or what have you a living situation that keeps them comfortable and happy and safe and keeps them provided for. The woman in turn takes care of the man and supports him while he does this. That was the intention.
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm off work until I hear the missus say, welcome home. That's kind of how our father described it a lot of the time.
But anyway, I'll leave that alone now, but I just wanted to address that because you hit the nail on the head, but maybe not in the way you thought.
You hit it with a screwdriver. Don't ask questions on that.
All right. Let me know if you need more.
All right, will do. Hank Pym went from being the OG Ant-Man to Yellow Jacket, with Scott Lang being successor to Hank. I feel like this. The thing is, characters changing superhero identities isn't really a new thing. Yeah. And listen, I get the idea of passing. Oh, hold on, Jose's talking.
What do you mean?
About those two families, the rich ones in the big houses.
I don't know.
Go have a look around. See what you can find out. Calmly, I mean.
Sure.
Dutch and I, we both think there's money to be made.
I hope so. I'll see what I can find out.
Jose is seeming optimistic on this one. And what is this? Looks like Kieran wants to go fishing. I feel bad for you, Kieran, but I'm going to do some other stuff. MJ is Peter's safe space, to a degree. Do you think Silver Saber Black Widow could keep Frank Castle? No. No woman or man is going to be able to keep Frank Castle on a leash. Just in large part because he is not interested in like romance or love or anything like that anymore. At least from what I have read of him. He is like his family being taken from him was a defining experience. He cannot like, and so he is all about vengeance. He is all about going out and punishing the wicked or anything like that. If anyone tried to go up and try and hit his more tender aspect, he might appreciate the sentiment, but they would be rebuffed. I'm hearing shooting.
Easy now. Hey there, partner. You interested in a little friendly competition?
First, let me get my horse out of the way.
I've been looking for a challenge and I ain't found one yet. What'd you say?
Just know, if I win, I win. If you win, you die.
Come on, it'll be fun. Why don't we find out? Good. Whoever shoots the most bottles wins, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Stand alongside me. As soon as you pull your weapon and aim, we let fly. Oh yeah. You see that? Ow. Ah. Yeah.
Where are the other bottles?
Guess that explains it. I'm brand new.
Where are the other bottles?
Lines, partner. Here's an idea. What do you say we raise the stakes?
I'm listening.
You're on. Well, that's what I like to hear. How about this? You shoot 4 birds out of the sky before me, we'll call it a day.
Okay.
Right, rules are simple. We're doing first to 4. You can count to 4, I hope.
I do not like
Stay
you.
close. As soon as you see him. Oh, trying to cheat your corners, huh?
You said as soon as I see him.
You got a damn good shot, mister.
Yep.
Here you go. As promised.
Very good.
Thanks, friend. Careful now. Next time I may not hold back.
Next time you talk smack, I kill you. Now, is it true that the 100-Year War isn't one single war but multiple disconnected ones? Sort of, kind of, because France and England were sort of in a period of being an on and off conflict with each other, but there would be periods of peace and everything. But it's kind of referred in junction as the 100 Years' War, just for ease of talking about, because all the conflicts sort of go into each other. Because it is basically the question of who is going to be in charge, who gets to own France. Is it the King of France or is it the King of England? Current state of Ghost Rider is that his biggest ability to pincer has been nerfed to oblivion. I don't like that, but I kind of get why. When you have an ability that can one-shot Galactus, it's kind of like you remove some tension there. So I get why they do what they do. I'm not happy about it, but I get why. Unless they have a dumber reason for why they did what they did. Alright. I just shot a bunch of ravens. I hope Raven doesn't mind. Oh, it's a crow. It's a crow. Thank goodness. Still, I'm shooting corvids. They are like kin. Real crows would be far more vindictive. But, alright. With named villains such as Doom, Galactus, Joker, etc. Shtick. Whenever I was watching videos and addressed the biggest issue is anti-heroes, because anti-heroes such as Ghost Rider, Spectre, Punisher were kind of forced not to do the usual shtick. Yeah. That is true. That's because, like, people point out the reason why you don't see as many, like, Frank Castle stuff or, like, Punisher stuff is because, well, you have, like, you don't have a rogues gallery for them. Because Frank Castle will kill his enemies, like, he once met the Joker. He was about to kill him till Batman intervened. Which I'm kind of like, listen, Bats, I get it. You don't want to kill. That's fine and all. But Frank, just go ahead and let Frank go ahead and do it. I don't see any problem with him letting him do it. Would you consider the Emperor in 40K to be the first Primarch, as he made the Grey Knights? He is not the first Primarch, because he's not a Primarch, because a Primarch is a very different thing. He is the equivalent of the Primarch for the Grey Knights, but he's different. Because also, keep in mind, the Primarchs are not the only ones to bear that title. The Primarchs used to be the head of the Legion of the Thunder Warriors, because the Thunder Warriors had 20 legions as well, and each head of the Thunder Warriors was called a Primarch. They were no different than any other Thunder Warrior, but that's what they were called. So, I guess you could technically give him that title, but I wouldn't. I think it's not accurate enough. I remember a fan video where that literally happens. Joker did something and that made Spidey go, all right, Frank, he's yours. Wait, Spider-Man? But that's the thing. The Joker sells too many comics for them to outright off entirely. They always got to keep that rogues gallery alive. And also in older Batman comics, it kind of made sense. Like, particularly when you were in, like, the Adam West days, where he's just sort of a goofy villain, throwing him in prison is kind of understandable. But once he starts, murking people and setting off nuclear warheads, you think the federal government at some point would step in and go, yeah, he needs to die. That and Steve Rogers joined in, filling Joker full of lead. Good for Steve. Could Carnage be a good partner for Frank Castle? I don't think Carnage would, but I don't know. I've been wrong before. Oh, Bo's in there. Oh, Bo, your sweetheart has a message for you. Something about the restraining order was very clear.
You got my money?
Sure. Did she give anything? For me?
Yes.
Might I have it?
Sure. It'll cost you. I can't be bothered. Here, take it.
Thank you, Arthur. Thank you.
Yep. Now, I'll take this horse.
What a woman.
What, she send ye old nudes?
Killed for sure.
Yeah, definitely ye old nudes.
Women's suffrage. Around here, they don't even like men voting.
Yeah, that's true.
The monarchy given half the chance.
Not quite.
Dirty word in these parts.
Oligarchy is the phrase you're looking for.
Excuse me. I don't want to marry my cousin Matilda. I want to marry Penelope.
Please stop jumping all this on me.
They'll kill her at one of those rallies they're holding. They've done it before. Mister, you gotta help.
No, I'm afraid I don't want no part of it.
I'll pay. My family, we've still got some money.
Fine.
This better pet finance my Tahiti vacation.
Thank you. Come on.
Did you hear Rocket Raccoon with the Green Lantern ring? They did what? Punisher should wield Mjolnir. I do not think he would be rated as worthy of it because he's so willing to kill, and even though that's more Viking than a lot of the actual Asgardians, they're not going to let that fly. Oligarchy and communism are the right words. No plantation owner is going to be pro-communism. What made it worse is that it was all part of an exchange program. Rocket took Hal's place, and Hal took Rocket's. Well, Hal can be kind of worthless, so I don't think that's a fair trade for the Guardians. The Carters would never be allowed to work with Frank. One time, Venom tried to work with Frank, and he spent the whole book trying to kill Eddie along with other bads. Frank doesn't do redemption. Yep. This is the thing that's kind of what's the big thing, other than like the no-kill or the separates. Batman genuinely wants the people he captures to try and turn their lives around. Frank is like, you screwed up, I'm killing you.
Bo, what are you doing here?
That's a great question. Why does Taskmaster hate fighting Moon Knight? I know Taskmaster hates fighting Deadpool because of how random he is. I assume Moon Knight for a similar reason.
What? Leave me alive.
This is no laughing matter, sir. They need protecting from certain elements.
Uh-huh.
Mostly my family. Penelope, I beg you.
I'll tell you what. Your friend here can drive the wagon for us. It'll allow us to shout all the louder.
Oh, boy. The suffrage movement in the South. Yeah, that's not going to end
My
well.
friend here says he can drive the wagon.
Well, Olive Calhoun. Normally I like to drive myself, but today I feel like a man joining us sends the right message.
Calhoun. That's a South Carolinian name. You wouldn't happen to be related to John C., would you?
And the folks attacking us like the wolves, and I'm sure you'll feel right at home. Shall we go? All right, ladies.
Show your faith in women, vote yes.
And we know our call.
Can I show my faith in some women and not others? Ugh.
Take us down Main Street.
If you start advocating for temperance, I'm pulling this over.
What was your name?
Dracula owes Mooney $50. All right, Dracula, you big nerd. Where's my $50? He doesn't even remember what the $50 are for. He just remembers that he owes them.
Very good, very good. Mr. Morgan, are you an old friend of the movement?
Nope.
Just a driver, Mrs. Calhoun. Maybe a shotgun messenger if it comes to it. I hope it won't.
Our message will be delivered peaceably, Mr. Morgan. You can keep your shotgun to yourself.
Okay, I will.
Main Street. It's a left up here, Mr. Morgan.
From Dirt Road 1 or Dirt Road 2?
It's about to get exciting. I can feel it.
Uh-huh. Did Jared Leto try to play Morbius, the first vampire, well? I don't know enough about Morbius to tell. All I can tell you, it was Morbin time, and he morbed all over the place. Did you know Moon Knight was Jewish and his grandfather was a Nazi serial killer who that issues had issues? Talk about a complicated family history there. Jared Leto we're talking about, of course not. That's fair.
This spot is fine, sir.
Outside of the bank. I don't think any of you all know what you're saying. I thought Lenny's dad was a rabbi. Oi there.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a great day for all of us.
We're gonna get a loan.
For today is the day we begin to live as equals. Yes, equal, sir. Fair and equal.
This is unnatural. This is nonsense.
Aha.
Equal and free, just as the founding fathers intended.
I can assure you the founding fathers did not intend female suffrage. They were not even a fan of universal suffrage or universal male suffrage.
His philosophy dependent on biology.
What the hell you doing here, boy?
Gawking.
Hello, darling cousin. Don't you ever speak to me like that.
I'm not your darling cousin. I'm your handsome cousin. You remember that. I mean, Heath Ledger's best Joker. Respectfully disagree. I think Mark Hamill's Joker is the best Joker. Heath Ledger is good, but I just don't... I consider him a good villain. Great antagonist. He's not who I picture when I picture Joker. But he did give a heck of a performance, I will say that.
You'll hit me? Come on.
Mhm.
Can you not see how idiotic you are?
Yes, let's talk down to him. Why were they not a fan of universal male suffrage? It depends, again, this varies from state to state, but particularly in a lot of, like, the southern landowning states, the idea was they wanted those that had stake in the country, those that were property owners, landowners, they were the ones that should have stay in the government because they have a direct investment in it. Not to mention, they also wanted people that were already financially well off to be the ones voting, because they wanted them to be less insulated from the idea of being of being influenced by money. Now, you and I both know that that doesn't matter. You can have someone who, a wealthy man will take a bribe just as easily as a poor man will. But they were afraid of the idea of someone using politics to gain financial status. That was their big concern. They was like, you build yourself your own little nest egg, and then politics should be a secondary thing. Because you were idealized you were serving the country. Because you almost clipped off that tree there, Bo. But yeah, so they weren't a big idea of like universal male suffrage. But then again, there were some variations. Like if you were in New England, certain place like Massachusetts, as long as you attended church and were a man, you could vote. Anyway, what's my favorite weapon in Red Dead Redemption? My favorite weapon in Red Dead Redemption, I love the Lancaster and Litchfield repeaters. Love the bolt action too, and of course I love the Mauser and the Schofield revolvers. Service guarantees citizenship. Would you like to know more? Say what you will, Dr. Cal. I know you're joking around, but I actually really do love the OG book, Starship Troopers. Not saying I want to copy that system one for one, but I do hate how so many people just look at the movie, as fun as the movie is, and just assume that's how the Terran Federation was supposed to go. Let's see. Netflix Assassin's Creed? Oh no. Did not watch it. Have no desire to watch it.
Yes. Oh, you made a joke. I really love her. I do.
Well, stick around. Maybe you can die for her as well.
I thought you were trying to make me feel better.
Nope.
I gotta go.
Me too. Oh, damn! I'm gonna be late. My uncle is quite as bad as you would imagine. Here, your payment. Thank you. Excuse me.
You know, that's quite a price for just, pulling a cart full of crazy ladies around. All right, I'll take it. No, I do not want to copy their system of governance. You don't want lashes in the streets for those who misbehave. But yeah. Oh, the old Terran Federation. I said that was a very interesting book. Particularly if you listen to the audiobook, hearing it was like a grown man in the military go like, golly. It's such a weird thing to see. Lashes, I meant wear the post. K-pop Demon Hunters were the only really animated project they made in 2020. Well, K-pop Demon Hunters turned out okay. So, I give them that. I think that was a surprise hit for everybody. I've only ever seen the Assassin's Creed movie, but in that I haven't seen anything else. Oh, I was thinking of the movie, so I don't know if I guess they're planning on making Assassin's Creed series. Considering how they butchered... Fellas? Round here, you shoot first and ask questions never. What's the matter? You never been in a gunfight before, lad? Sorry, Raider, but you are not legendary. What you got here? Warren Lancaster. Hello, do you need a gaming thumbnail? A gaming you mean like for the video? We already have a thumbnail. Splinter Cell, Devil May Cry. Do I need to list more examples of horrid adaptations? Yeah, and that's the thing. I also don't trust the way they've been doing, writing recent Assassin's Creed games. Like Assassin's Creed Shadows, poorly written, poorly voice acted too. If they were going, let's say, you put me in charge of designing the Netflix adaptation, I would simply just cover Ezio, because that gives you multiple seasons to work with, and also it's Ezio's Universal Love, and I would not deviate at all from Ezio's character. I would keep him perfectly as is. He was written, and I think he will do just fine. Another reason why I think the Ezio trilogy would be great is because you're not really bashing any one particular culture or anything like that, going, you bad person. Connor, they like to bash the founding fathers for being for not being as good as they were supposed to be, or bashing on anyone who didn't like communists and Syndicate. It's just, I think that would be the safe bet to do, but not knowing them, they'll probably do something incredibly stupid. Let's see who's here. Got a nice little umbrella set up. Well, if they're not going to use the fire, I think I will. But we need to update Ezio for a modern audience. And that's the great part. You don't have to do that. In fact, I would pay you money not to do that. Red Dead 2 is an amazing story. Yep, it certainly is. I'm a big fan of it. Gotta keep up strength. I also don't want to get too thin. I like the Kenway timeline in my option. Which one? Because here's the thing. Edward Kenway going through Pirate, I think you could get away with. The Haytham, you could get away with to a degree. Connor, I would take issue with, particularly because I don't like how they portray him in the American Revolution. I actually did a Let's Play. I'm not sure if you were there for that, but I did a Let's Play of the entirety of Assassin's Creed 3. And I griped every time they gave crap to the Founding Fathers. And also, because here's the thing, Assassin's Creed 3, can't speak today, the storyline with Connor doesn't make sense. And it's not necessarily a fault with Connor. It's a fault with how they wrote the story. Because you can tell what originally was supposed to be. The British were supposed to be backed by the Templars. The Americans were supposed to be backed by the Assassins. And, that only makes sense. Because, well, the British had a history of being backed by the Templars. The Templars apparently originated in Britain under Alfred the Great. The British had some backing of the Templars during the Golden Age of piracy, during the French and Indian War. The Assassins backed the French, the British backed the Templars backed the British. After the American Revolution, you go to industrial London, and they claim London has been the home of the Templars for over 200 years. So this whole time period, Britain has been the seat of Templar power. It also explains how they expanded so rapidly. They have the Templars just everywhere. But then, in the American Revolution, for some reason they decide, nah, Britain's stupid. It'll be easier if we just back the American Revolution. And so you have the Assassins and the Templars backing the Americans, which makes no sense. And they probably did this for two reasons. One, simply put, they could not find an OG. They could not find a British officer or politician that died during the time period that they could have gotten away with doing. The only one that I can think of off the top of my head that might have worked was not Bannister Tarleton, Patrick Ferguson, who died at Kings Mountain. But that would require them to go to South Carolina, and they don't feel like doing anything below New York. So that's not going to happen. That's another beef I have with the game. But the other issue that they had, the reason they did it is because a lot of people, when the first trailer came out, were kind of like, oh, I'm worried this is going to be a sis boom rah America game. And so what if it was? Why would that be a problem? You can still say sis boom rah America while going, hey, we got some room for improvement. But no, we have to get a fight for independence while lecturing every founding father that you're a piece of crap. How dare you not live up to your things? And also, the Native Americans did nothing wrong narrative. They decided to run with that instead. And so here's the thing. Having Connor object to the founding fathers isn't bad story writing. Bad story writing is having the Templars suddenly, for no reason whatsoever, say, we want order and control, and then backing the revolution that promises none of those things. Particularly since you already clearly control Parliament. You call King George III an idiot, but yet King George III isn't predominantly in power. Parliament is. You're masters at manipulating politics. London is already in your grasp. Why on earth would you try and just throw that all away? It's ridiculous. I think it'd be cool if they joined temporarily just because there's something much worse in each other. And that's the problem. After 3, there were a couple occasions where the Templars and Assassins tried to, quote-unquote, join with each other. And that's how we got the mess in Unity, where there was like a temporary truce between Templars and Assassins until there wasn't. What's the problem?
Jose and John are looking for you. They went out to the moonshine stash, said you knew where that was. They was planning a visit to the Braithwaite place, but John needs to do something for Dutch now, so Hosea wants you to join him instead. Seems to be a lot going on.
You're telling me. Okay, thank you.
Alright. Now I know there's a Hosea mission, but first, poor Arthur needs to get him some shut-eye. Actually, hold on, let me donate some food. Hide scalp while whistling. Even that alliance wouldn't be stable. It goes against the release. Exactly. As someone who loves native ancestry, I love a story that gives them proper... And that's the thing. It's a balancing act. You can't just go around saying, oh, the American Indians were pure innocent and they never did anything wrong and were perfect harmony with nature. But you also can't say, like, oh, they were just frothing at the mouth evil villains like portrayed in some old Western stories and stuff like that. You need to portray them as people, as a different culture. You need to portray them in a way that such a sense that you understand why the settlers reacted the way they did, and put the settlers and Americans in a light that you understand why there was, like, fighting just continued. I'm keeping the steelhead trout for myself, thank you very much. You can have the pig roll. Have some venison.
Good, we really needed this. Many thanks, Mr. Morgan.
I never really liked how the Templars were never given a reason for their argument, because I'm thinking, especially in the modern times, nuclear weapons would be a very big motivator for their movement. To a point, you ain't wrong. Let's get a stew roll. So my family comes from Cherokee Native Americans, and AC3 was boring. I found more fun in Rogue playing as Shay. And I'm going to agree with you, though I think Shay is a moron, and like basically everyone, I was think, with the exception of a few of the Templars, were just taking crazy pills during Assassin's Creed Rogue. I will admit, I found the gameplay more fun. I found Shay's convictions, though poorly written, to at least make more sense. I don't know what the assassins were smoking. It's just a weird, weird situation. But it would have been a very interesting thing, too, because one of the things, like, you actually see Connor have to take out some of his old friends that were Iroquois. And he sort of laments that he had to do this for the Creed, and he, like, resents having to. But it would have been very interesting if you had, because here's the thing. There was an incident in the Saratoga campaign where British General John Burgoyne hired out a bunch of Braves to go attack the Patriots. However, they didn't understand what he meant, and so they started attacking random towns. And one of the towns they attacked was actually a loyalist town, and they scalped an innocent woman and presented the scalp to him. It would have been very interesting if you had, like, sort of like the Templars hire out those Braves to do that. And then you had to have him go out and, like, sort of have to attack his own men, and recognize, hey, we, like, as much as I like to harass the settlers for encroaching on our land, and that's wrong, what we're doing here and what we did to those people, and what you did to those people was also wrong. It would have been good to sort of show the conflict for what it was, instead of just, oh yeah, the settler bad. What was your take on AC Origins? We did a whole video on that, but I'll give you the Sparks Noted version. AC Origins, I loved the beginning of it. I think the gameplay was fun. I personally enjoyed it. I think the story fell off very much towards the end. The big issue I take with the story was how it became very clear later on Bayek was not supposed to be the original assassin you played as. They wanted his wife to be the original assassin. And I almost wish they had just gone with that, because it's very irritating that at the final part of the game, I'm not playing as Bayek, I'm playing as my wife, who I have, not wife anymore because they divorced for no reason whatsoever. But, the reason was, we like, our son's dead, and we keep fighting, and yet nothing ever happens, so clearly, clearly the gods don't want us to be together. And then you send your wife off to go kill Julius Caesar, because reasons. Even though, if you remember AC2, they hyped up your wife to originally be able to go after Cleopatra. But yet the game ends with her just giving Cleopatra a warning.
Stuff look kind of lonely.
It's very dumb. I didn't like that I had to beat the final bit of the game with stuff I hadn't upgraded and customized, and that's the thing. If I had been able to upgrade and customize the wife, that would have been a little bit better. But I also don't like that they broke up Bayek and Amanette, if I remember her name correctly, just because they didn't. Because I liked them as a couple. I enjoyed them as a couple. I liked that connection they had. But they just decided, we got to end it because we can't have her. We can't have our strong woman be married. Heavens forbid. I didn't care for Odyssey as it wasn't a true AC game. I will give you that Odyssey is not a true AC game because you don't even have a hidden blade or eagle vision or anything like that. But I did enjoy the game. I really enjoyed Odyssey. Does it have faults? Absolutely. But I really enjoyed it. It makes me kind of wish that it was its own thing instead of just having that Assassin's Creed logo slapped on there. But yeah, I enjoy of the RPG newer Assassin's Creed games. Odyssey is by far my favorite because I've actually gone back and played that one multiple times, and I would even be willing to do a live stream series on AC Odyssey. It's strange how they gave Cleopatra a vest when she was a non-native Egyptian. Sort of, kind of. She was hybrid, if you will. She was mostly Greek, but had some Egyptian in her. Finding Ubisoft's obsession with strong women, very ironic considering the nasty behavior they have towards real women. Well, that's kind of how that influenced. He had the allegations, then to try and cover up those allegations and distract, it was like, look how many women we're hiring. And then they go all whole hog on the strong woman. And AC Valhalla is a mess in both launch and after updates. Yeah, it's the best-selling Assassin's Creed game, which is unfortunate. But yeah, Valhalla failed to do it because here's the thing: Odyssey, as much as you can crap on it for not being an Assassin's Creed game, I had fun. Valhalla, I did not.
Mrs. Catherine Braithwaite. May I speak with her? I want to discuss a business opportunity. I mean no harm. No harm at all. You may happily shoot me if I do.
Okay. She's at the house.
I'd like a free roam Walking Dead based game. Walking Dead, a zombie game. I'm very particular with my zombie media because I enjoyed the Zombie Survivor Guide in World War Z. I am very particular with how to treat a realistic zombie outbreak because a lot of times just the zombies took over. Why? Because they did. Money!
Out in the hills, thought maybe you was in the market for it.
For what?
Some liquor?
I ain't in the market for what's already mine.
The way we see it, it's ours. Well, with us possessing it, and I checked all over. For the life of me, I couldn't see your name on it.
Oh. Tell him like it is, Hosea.
Relax, I ain't here to rob you. No, it seems that's easy enough. Wanna do a deal? What do you sell that stuff for?
$1 a bottle?
Give us 50 cents.
It's already ours.
Well, look on it as a reward for finding the property. Alternative is we go sell it someplace else.
The alternative is you get shot.
Now, who wants to get shot over a bottle or two of liquor?
Ooh, pick me.
Pay the man.
Thank you.
Pleasure doing business with you. And listen, we didn't take it, at least not without orders.
Oh, I know exactly who gave you your orders. Old Sheriff Gray.
He's not that old.
I don't want it. In fact, sir, now you can do me a favor. There's an extra $10 if you do. Drive the stuff into Rhodes, head over to the tavern run by Mr. Gray, and give the stuff out for free. Mama, hush now. I believe they call that a promotional expense.
As you wish, madam.
You boys come back sometime and tell me how you made out.
I think we just might.
Play a little cribbage.
Arthur was already prepared to open the window in their skulls. It's just a service we provide.
Here we go.
But yeah, like I was the next United States Astronaut Arm. So the next one I have decided, based on it was the most requested in both the videos I released, it is it's going to be Texas. They're going to be called the Houstonian Rangers, and spoilers, they're going to be based off of Texas Cavalry. But right now, what I need to do is I need to just write out the script. I need to write the short story that I have, because I already have an idea of what I'm going to do, but the problem is right now, when I normally write, I've had to fill that time up with my GT course certification, which I'm doing for my school district, and because I'm in the middle of doing that, it takes up a lot of my would-be writing time, and thankfully that ends this week. So when I'm done with that, I should be able to begin production on the next one, which will be Texas. The Houstonian Rangers from planet Houston. If you know the reference, you know the reference. Should I start sending Ohio stuff for the eventual Ohio coverage? You can do that. Ohio will have to get coverage right now. If I recall correctly, what I have for them is I'm calling this isn't set in stone, but I'm planning on calling the Cardinals word bearer not successor chapter, but a word bearer war band. But we'll see. I'm not married to the idea. That's just what I have right now.
Your turn, idiot.
Yep, Houston, yes, but do you know why it's called Planet Houston? What you got for Oklahoma so far? Oklahoma, I don't have as much. It's kind of like, since Oklahoma being so close to to Texas, they share a bit. And I'm probably going to have to do something along the lines of, all the various reservations on Oklahoma, or I could be looking into, the Sooners. Because Oklahoma was actually one of the more requested ones that I've seen. Because I got, 4 or 5 asks for Oklahoma, but Texas had, 6 or 7. Let's just hear what story you have for Louisiana. Louisiana needs to be fleshed out a little bit more, but Louisiana, if it means we get some Bayou Marines, it means we get some Bayou Marines. Linguistic drift from separation from Terra. Yep.
Just a shame you had to strangle her in a rage, right? Grab 2 cases of that stuff.
She deserved it, I tell you. Would you hate me, love me? Word bearers are my favorite traitor legion, but word bearers suck. Hold on, let me read that. You either hate me or love me. Word bearers are your fave, but word bearers also suck. Listen, word bearers are my favorite traitor legion. I am painting word bearers. Maybe not very well, but I am painting them. I understand the hate for them, because, Erebus sucks. But here's the thing about that. This is why they are so great. Because the word bearers are not only numerous, so they can accept losses, but they are not like your Black Legion or Iron Warriors or Alpha Legion are like, oh, we don't serve chaos. We do our own thing. We just use chaos. No. The word bearers know the jig. They know their pawns. They know they're slaves to darkness. They know it, and they bask in that. And they trick other people into doing the same. But here's the best part, particularly from a tabletop perspective. If you win a game as the word bearers, you win a game as the word bearers. Okay, that's great. But if you lose, Erebus loses. So either you win or Erebus loses. It's a win-win scenario. That's a big old stogie you got there. How would you describe the Tau government from a realistic historic government? Is Karn grudge against Erebus reasonable for Erebus carrying Argyle? I'd say it is. I'd say any grudge against Erebus is reasonable. But the Tau government, I would say probably the closest thing you're going to get is, I would look at the Indian caste system. It's a little bit different because you have, in the Indian caste system, you have certain castes that are over other castes. But whereas in the Tau, all the castes are equal except the ethereals, they sit on the top. But that caste system is very much where that comes from. Pour a bottle, send drink.
Just keep them coming. Don't be shy, boys. Don't be shy. It's the land of opportunity. Now it's your opportunity to get
Here, have one on the house. Mr. Reagan took a big one. Gotta figure out how to pour this correctly. A little more, and there you go, sir. Hardly ever do. Or did you watch the 40k video called Simple Faith? I have not watched that. I probably need to. Scornful. Heads I win, tails you lose. Yeah, that's pretty much how it works. Because let's say I'm fighting some guy who's running, I don't know, pick somebody. Like I'm fighting Eldar or something. Eldar guy beats me. He goes, haha, you lost. Like, yes, but so did Erebus. So at the end of the day, we all win. The Orc government is a kind of anarchy, or is it different? Orc government is basically gangs. The toughest, biggest guy is the war boss, and he's in charge. And that's how that works. But of course, there's backstabbing and other nonsense that goes on there too. I'm working on it. Don't rush the bartender.
Good evening, gentlemen. Quiet libation. You, me?
Me?
Bastards who stole the liquor we was gonna buy.
Yeah, and I killed your friends for it.
Come on in and have a drink.
That's our goddamn liquor.
An honest
And we're serving it. I lost my straw hat. What would Luffy say? Not very well, apparently. Oh. Which one? There's a lot of them. Are you not? What's wrong? What happened? We got him.
Do something, Arthur.
I did. They're all dead.
Arthur, help!
Oh, I don't know what you... How did he die? Was that not Jose? Oh, up the stairs. So with the 1920s, they don't sell liquor no more. Oh, yes, they do. You've convinced me a 40k verse starts. I'll start with the word bears. Means they can't really lose. Oh shoot, that was not a raider. Now go for... whoa, hey, how you doing? This is who you're talking about. That'll teach him. Jump, boy! Good shooting there, Tex. We can't even give liquor away without getting into a gunfight.
I'm getting this out of here.
Ain't gonna let this go, are they?
They got out the back.
I don't mind making a few more corpses, you hear? You was gonna fight, you should have done it 40-some years ago. It's only sporting. Switch to the other one. What a coincidence, I want you dead. Yeah, I really need to get good with 40k and HH. Now the Orc government is as cutthroat as the Dark Eldar government. think I can. I already did. No, it's my booze now. Oh. Man, if you all came out when there was an actual civil war, you guys might have won. I made a lot of corpses too in Red Dead Online, maybe a little too many. I know that feeling.
I reckon it's more they don't want another gang on their patch.
Well, they should have thought about that before being dumb.
Okay.
So we're going to drink the rest of this, right? Based on how those boys were shooting, they must be pretty green.
All right. We're good.
Yeah. Remind me never to take up a career in, what was it?
Advertise.
Yeah. You think that woman set us up?
No, I don't think so.
If you trusted Hosea, I'll trust you too.
I keep seeing those fellas.
Some local militia. Clearly not too happy to have some new competition. I'll go visit old Mob Braithwaite, see what's what.
Why?
We've been making money. The chest is filling up again, slowly but surely. Part of me
You're
thinks
welcome
we
for that,
just
by
got
the way.
ourselves good and lost. But we still need a lot more money before that can happen. So, for now, let me go give old Mrs. Braithwaite some of this moonshine as, well, let's call it a peace offering.
Sure.
That was fun, Fenton. We'll make an actor of you yet.
I love Hosea. Could go for a good whiskey, yeah. If I didn't have to work tomorrow, I'd agree with you.
What do you think?
About what?
Fine folks around these parts.
They're not too bad.
Exactly. On the one side, we have got the Gray family. Scots, degenerates, drunkards, the local law. You couldn't make this stuff up. Rich as Croesus. And on the other, their mortal enemies, the Braithwaites. Moonshiners, hypocritical, both rolling, we believe.
In gold. And in the middle of it all, you got some inbred retelling of Romeo and Juliet.
At least they're self-aware.
So what you boys thinking?
We try to rob them both.
You sure?
Why not?
Because we got lawmen in 3 different states after us.
Last thing I want is to get us into trouble, but we
Then-
need money. And we have the opportunity here to put ourselves in the middle of something ain't nobody gonna know we was here. Because even without us, these fools are gonna kill each other anyway.
True, but in my personal opinion, it might be a better idea to help the Braithwaites, because since they're already acting outside of the law, they have less incentive to get us over to other local law enforcements. But, you know, I understand wanting to try to screw over both and cut and run. Brother, I think these cards would worship corn, Space Marine 2. I doubt it, brother. I'm quite fond of them. They're like angry Acadians. Holds up arm with Marine, biting like rabid dog. Well, basically, the U.S. Marines are supposed to be the Catacan jungle fighters, but again, those are 80s action heroes. Space Marines and Starship Troopers. Depends, are we talking movie or are we talking book? Because we were talking in book, the mobile infantry is going to have no problem handling, well, maybe not no problem handling the Space Marines, but they'll be able to handle it because they all have, like, portable nuke launchers built into their armor and can basically fly around through jetpacks and stuff. But if you're talking the movie mobile infantry, they're getting pasted. Movie, yep, they're getting pasted. Johnny Rico ain't got nothing to Marnius Calgar. Alright, so let's see. What's on the docket this time? We could check out what's wrong with old Molly O'Shea. We could go and help out Mr. Martian. Or I could go back and help out Hosea. Well, I just helped out Hosea. What I really like to do is I'd like to do a little bit of hunting. But let's see, how much time do I got left? It's 10:04. I reckon I can get away with one more thing. And since Molly's right here, I've kind of been putting it off. But, as a Marine, do not give us nuclear weapons. Bad idea. There's a reason why the Davy Crockett nuke launcher was taken away from active servicemen, because they're like, we don't want the grunt starting a nuclear war.
I feel I made a bit of a fool of myself again.
Yep.
We've all done it.
And you saved my life again.
I did.
Well, maybe one day you'll save mine. Or my soul. Yeah, I'd like that.
Don't make fun of me.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway, it wasn't a complete waste of time. I stole this from one of those awful men. You should have it.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, but
Don't know.
you were blind drunk.
I was drunk, but I never forget my manners. Be well, Mr. Morgan.
A little late to give this to me, but you know what? Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. All right, but you know what? It's late. I'll let Molly O'Shea's business wait till tomorrow. Assuming I can find my way back to my bunk. All right, we're over here. I think the mobile infantry from the books can actually stand equal footing with the Marines dudes having power armor too. Yeah, well, bear in mind, like, they can use their mobile infantry suits to jump for miles. That was the big thing that made them so special. They were mobile infantry. Because a lot of what the mobile infantry had, like, a lot of it could be considered, to a certain degree, dark age of technology nonsense. And I'm also pretty sure, like, the plasteel armor that the Space Marines use, some of it was inspired from what they had in the mobile infantry, because particularly how they design, like, how the suit moves and reflects off of the muscles. Who's going to be the chapter master of the Houstonian Rangers? Well, the Houstonian Rangers aren't Space Marines. They're Imperial Guard. They're going to be basically sort of like Death Riders in a sense. But their most famous member is going to be none other than Colonel Nuck Choris. Because I'm completely unoriginal. Alright, doing for Molly. Marines looking at Davy Crockett launcher, Marines 1 drive-by, Marine 2 drive-by. And they were stationed in West Germany for a while. There was a greater than 0% chance that some army boys might have started something. It's like, you know what? I just don't like looking at East Germany anymore.
Yes, Miss O'Shea.
Call me Molly, would you?
No.
Arthur, how is Dutch? I mean, how does he seem to you?
I've never been a fan of the language personally. Oh, you meant the guy.
You really love him, you know.
Yes, we know.
Like he always says, loyalty is everything, so...
Arthur! Excuse me, Miss O'Shea.
Oh, great.
Bring a gift. The great gift of information.
So you got some tip-off, so now I can risk my neck and make you some money while you lounge around.
You know, Arthur, bitterness, it works on the inside as well as on your sour face.
If you say so, you can go find some other fool to run your errands.
Bill, come on over here. Will you be my other fool? You too, Charles.
What are you talking about?
Arthur's above
Bill, let it out. Just kill him.
Yeah, I'll do it. As long as you...
Imagine John Rico trying to order a Coyotes or Belisarius crawl around. Yeah, that wouldn't go over well.
No need to be like that. Charles, have I ever lied to you?
I hardly know you.
Exactly. Now, you boys should do this. It's easy, and I'll only take a small commission for my information. But it's now or never.
Then it's never.
Oh, God help me. Fine. I'll do it.
Well, what is it?
It's a supply wagon carrying payroll, but very briefly unguarded, apparently. As it passes through a crossroads near here where there's an old ruined church, before it connects with the rest of the wagon train. Very easy picking.
As long as we get paid or you get shot, I'm happy.
You are a sick man, Arthur Morgan.
Not yet.
You're a sick man indeed.
But sir, he called the Marine Corps a bunch of pansies. Yep. Suddenly, you're going to have a few nukes heading your way. Actually, they may not even want to do that. They may just drive over and just beat the tar out of you. Uncle? Watch yourself. Uncle was overpowered before they got that lumbago to nerf him. But yeah, but while that lumbago's got him, he shouldn't be talking. I'd argue that a lot of the Imperium sort of technological regression after the AI revolt, I think, is mostly due to the fact the designers are unoriginal in their modifications and designs. If you're talking about like Games Workshop in its general, you could argue that. But when you look at like the AI revolt that happened in lore from the perspective, that was a devastating one from the dark age of technology. Just because like we relied on, like we grew to rely so much on the Men of Iron when they revolted, we barely survived. And then when we crawled out of it, every other Xenos race was like, humanity's weak, get them!
Let's keep this quiet and clean. Nobody needs to die here.
You sure? We could always find a way for it to work. Actually, no. We gotta leave an impression. Come on, Lemoyne Raiders, we'll show you how's it's done.
Stop the wagon! I said, stop the damn wagon! Whoa! Now, don't try anything stupid.
That's our job.
You know, boys, I don't want to get shot.
I just want to get shot, boys. Let's get out of here.
Cornwall kerosene and tar. Mr. Leviticus Cornwall.
Oh, great.
So you know.
Arthur already knows, not this clown again.
I hear he's rich enough to share the wealth around and not miss it too much.
Consider this a surprise taxation.
Why don't you check out around the back? Arthur, help me out here. This would be a lot quicker if someone helped me.
I am helping you. Do you think the Blood Angels are better or worse without their Primarchs? From a combat effectiveness standpoint, they're worse off. From a narrative perspective, I think they're better off. How they deal with Sanguinius' sacrifice and the fact that he's gone, I think is a huge part of the lore of their chapter. Not to mention, some fans might hate me for this, but I think Dante is a far more compelling and interesting character than Sanguinius is. And I don't say that as someone who just hates Sanguinius. I say that as someone who really likes Dante. And because Sanguinius was kind of like the perfect character and works better as basically the poor guy that got martyred. And Dante having to try and live up that shadow and always having a bit of survivor's guilt, I think makes for a compelling character. From a mental perspective, absolutely not. The Black Rage is an absolute shit for them to control. Exactly. Hey, woo! Could Belisarius Crawl or Bile make a clone of Sanguinius? Fabulous Bill, or Fabius Bile, however you want to call him, he probably has made a clone of Sanguinius, but it doesn't have that spark that needed. He's only made one real successful clone of a Primarch, and Belisarius Crawl I don't think would even try. As much as he might be tempted to the idea, he's already getting a lot of flack for designing the Primaris and just inventing in general. Trying to clone a Primarch would get him in a world of trouble. Gilliman might just kill him.
Get out of here.
Let me keep my guns, thank you.
Alright. Let's get out of sight. Stay until dark. We'll sneak out of here.
Yeah, he made one successful Fulgrim clone, but then the writer that made him is no longer with Games Workshop, so they legally can't use him unless they pay him money, and Games Workshop's not going to do that. So it's a great storyline potential idea, having a good Fulgrim versus bad Fulgrim, but we can't have it because for the same reason we can't have Malice / Malal.
Absolutely. Shut up, old man.
I can't believe the Emperor trusted a dude named Horace Heresy. I mean, fair. The signs were all there. Or horse lubricant, as some called him.
Keep this calm. See what happens.
Is this your place? Kinda. You didn't hear nothing?
I'm deaf when I don't want to be. I don't think Gilliman could save him at that point, especially with the Sanguinius. Any of the Primarchs would probably just kill him on the spot. Yep.
Go check out the barn. Sir.
Stay cool. They're coming this way. Would you consider Angron a pawn even as a demon like he was during this time of grace? Yes. Since he got the butcher's nails on his head, he has never stopped being a pawn. If anything, he is more of a pawn with Korn than he ever was with the butcher's nails.
Looks deserted enough. Sure. You head inside. I'll go around the back.
So back to my question, my crack question. Which Primarchs would be the funniest to replace with their female counterparts?
Place looks empty to me.
I would say.
It's full of crap.
I don't think they're here.
Let me get through this cutscene, then I'll tell you my answer.
Boss, place is empty.
Looks like we're shooting our way out.
Yeah, we are.
Here, fellers. Behind you. Behind you, Charles. We got more of the bastards on this side.
At least we got cover.
Looks like Mr. Cornwall's gone enough to secure it. More on the right here. This fella really don't like getting robbed. Let's just
To be fair, who does?
Nicely done, Phil. They teach you that in the Army too?
As a matter of fact, they did.
You got us into this.
Lay off on Bill. Accidents happen.
How about we stop robbing Cornwall for a while?
A splendid idea. This Cornwall fellow must think we have a serious grudge against him. And we will.
Ain't you glad now I insisted you come along? Oh, this
Right up the nose.
shit. Fire. Out of the way, Bill. Don't worry, fellas. We ain't going out like this. No goddamn way. Why? You got another surefire plan for us, Uncle?
Alright, let's see. Who's next?
Everyone still breathing?
Not. I feel that sentiment there, Billy boy. We may want to get the hell out. Not my hat. I need my hat. I guess I'll have to leave my hat. Lumbago man that can still shoot guns. Why is he not on a mission? Because he's a lazy piece of crap. But yeah, to answer your question, like which female Primarch would I bring in and swap out to be the funniest? I think Lehman Russ would be hilarious to swap out. Because his interactions with Lion, I think, would be fun. Would he be even funnier now? Hestia, because then he can make Vulcan better as to make him a hot muscle mommy. Emphasis on the hot. But yeah, no, I get behind that. I get behind that. That's a good choice. Also, you could have Lorgar, then just instead of defecting, just lead the head of the Sisters of Battle. But 40K question. If the Primarchs of the future got sent back in time before the Horus Heresy, what would they do? If you're talking about the Loyalist Primarchs, they would go back and they would try do everything they could to stop the Heresy. They would probably all just gang up and kill Horus. For the twin female Primarchs. Nobody here but us chickens. Got any ammo on you, son? I've been running low. How are you? Oh, do I have to? What? What? Why won't? Oh. I thought you had. Didn't Lorgar technically create the system because his book started the cult? In a few degrees of separation, you could argue that. Matters would find a way to screw himself into the arms of the... Yep. He would. Wait, hold on. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. Made of something else if we can survive 2 rounds of buckshot to the face. Are you sure about that? Dying for a rich man, eh?
Yeah, just about. I'll deal with you later.
We got some money, didn't we?
Sure, but now we got cold on our backs.
It was an honest
Hey,
mistake.
leave it. Come on, get out of here. Every man split up. Come on, run, quick. Good luck, Johnson. Stay quiet. Move.
Oh, Uncle, and $900. Not bad. Of course, we're only getting 100 of that, but still, that's pretty dang good. See what we got around here. Maybe you boys are carrying some stuff, and we have a free hat. Oh, do we have someone who's telling tales on me? Well, we can't have that now, can we? Oh, hello, boyo.
Holy shit! Someone help me!
God damn.
I was going to tie him up, but apparently he's a little softer than I would have thought. And gosh dang it, there's more of them. How did he telepathically report? Karn beating Erebus would have been a much darker implications with a female Lorgar. Interesting. Would say both the Emperor and the Horus had strong points for their goals. I mean, the Emperor definitely, he wanted to save humanity and put them back on the right course. Horus, to a degree, he didn't appreciate the Emperor lying to him, and I understand that. But also, his ego got in the way, and the Chaos Gods really played into that. He didn't like that secrets were being kept from him. He didn't like about the certain things the Emperor was doing, absolutely. But he screwed over humanity. So, yeah, frick him. I think the implication that Dr. Cal is saying is like with the idea that if Karn beating up Eris would have dark implications for a female Lorgar, it's because I think he might be assuming that the idea is like if there's a female Lorgar, that means that his Marines are female too. So, dark implications. So Horus' ego is a card, but there's a lot of causes. Horus's ego and insecurities were definitely part of it. Absolutely. Eris would have been a daughter of Lorgar in the verses. Karn is just turning a woman-smashing head into a stress ball, has a lot of worse implications. You're not wrong there, Dr. Cal. You're not wrong. Imagine if Horus was raised by the Dark Eldar. Oh, God. I don't think we need an idea of what that looked like. That's probably just how we got... I know Conrad Kurz wasn't raised by the Dark Eldar, but honestly, could you blame someone for assuming that? All right, let's see. All right, it's 10:25, and I have work in the morning, and we've gotten a lot of stuff done. We've made significant progress, and I got 2 new hats. So hey, we got that going for us. But hey, happy to be back here. Happy that you guys have come back to join us as we continue being a rootin', a tootin', and a shootin'. But we'll probably pick this up again next week. So until next time, fellas, we'll see you then.